way too loud there, sorry. Okay, there we go. It's been about a minute. Alright, that should be good. Alright, gonna switch into game view in just a little bit. Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, and game. Hello. Hello, welcome back. My name is Quimby, and I hope you're having a good, whatever day it is for you. I hope that's going well. Ordinarily today would have been a big, more like plot structured kind of day, but I've just been feeling kind of gross for all of yesterday, so I didn't have time to do the prep work that would be necessary for that. Yay! So we're just gonna keep the chill vibes going a little bit, and make a giant skeleton head over New Stonk City. I'm actually really excited for that. Here, let's switch out of F5. Sind das Essen? Nein. Wir sind die Jäger. Yeah, I want the Attack on Titan style, just like head just looming over everything. Sorry. I'm a sucker for collecting resources, so I gotta get the honeycomb there. Aber ja. Wir sind das Essen nicht. Wir sind die Essen nicht. Das, der oder das. Ich denke das. Wir sind das Essen nicht. The bees. Hi, Mr. Maluk. Sorry, I like the bees a lot. Chilltime sounds good. I'm homesick too, so just vibing is nice. Oh, I'm sorry that you're sick. Yeah, no, but that's the thing is, I'm also just kind of feeling a little gross. I don't think I'm sick. I think it was, I don't know what it was, but I don't feel sick. I just feel like, you know? I don't know I had that bottle there. I'm putting it back there. My inventory's a mess. I did not clear it properly yesterday. Why didn't I do that? But either way, let's head over to New Stonk City because I want to get a good view of things. Oh, thank you for following, Snipper... What would that be? Snipper ZLG? Snipperzlg? I'm sorry for pronouncing your name wrong. I think it's fun. But hello, welcome. We're building a giant skeleton head today. I like Halloween, and so what better way to celebrate Halloween than to build a giant Attack on Titan style skull just looming over the city. Snipper's LG, maybe? That would probably make more sense. I'm bad at reading names, what can I say? But anyways, yeah, let's just head out over. So I think that I took a bunch of look at skeleton heads yesterday, and I think it'll be pretty easy to just take the design and scale upwards, like do each pixel as like a larger thing. I don't know if that's making sense. But I think the biggest issue we're going to encounter right out of the gate is trying to figure out the location and placing of the skeleton head. Because there's this giant hill over here that I'm going to be putting on the other side of. And I need to figure out if I'm going to do it straight on like the axes, which would make it easier to build, or if we're going to try and, you know, tilt it a little bit to make it a bit easier. It's kind of exciting, chat. This axe is gonna break any second, but that's fine because I don't like this axe. Let's just go ahead and just fix some things up. Why did I put it right back. That's alright, don't worry about that. I really need to empty these chests at some point. I organized them and then promptly forgot that I need to do things with that to make it work, but that's fine. That is A-okay, alright. I've got a lot of torches. So I'm just taking a second, like, should I clear out my chests real quick? I'm kind of really busy. Yeah, we'll just leave him be for a second. Let's go look at the mountain. Let's go look at the theoretical place where we're going to put a skeleton head. So yeah, this mountain right over here is where it's gonna go. That's gonna be our main thing. So yeah, then the question is, I think maybe like this location right here, because if you remember from when we were down here, this is like the section that we see from up there. So maybe I'll need to like clear some sand from here to make that a bit easier. Because I don't want to build it over here. 8-1! Hey, welcome to the stream. It's been a hot second since you've been able to make it. It's lovely to see you. How you doing, man? Hello, hi. Yeah, it's so good to see you. How you been? I mean, I know we've like seen each other on like the CSMP and stuff, but oh, it's so good to see you. Hope today is going excellently for you. Oh, look, I think you may have. But hello, hi. Yeah, so I think like right here is where we're looking at mostly for it. Yeah, because if we like look up here, if there's like just a giant skeleton head looming over us, I think that would be very nice, kind of spooky. You know, I think it actually would be okay to put it on the axes. I go to sleep fast so I can't watch the stream. No, that's fine. That is fine. I'm just glad you're here when you're here. You know, just whenever you can make it is chill. Yeah, so I think if we do it on the axis, that'll be fine because it'll just be like staring out over us. So that'll be all right. I'm gonna need to make a lot of concrete today. I need white concrete, light gray concrete, probably some black concrete, maybe some regular gray concrete. Hold on, sorry, I forgot to pull up my reference photos beforehand because I was doing some stuff to set up. Hold on just a sec. Minecraft skeleton head. Alright. Yeah, so it should be pretty easy to just take it and, you know, pull the pixels in and enlarge them. I don't know if that's making any sense. But basically the plan, chat. Secret, I love your SMP more than anything. It has the most friendly vibe. I am so glad to hear that, actually. I'm very glad to hear that it's been a good experience for you there. I hope that it continues to be thus. Okay, so chat, here's my secret for today. I want to use various like different blocks to add some texture because there's a lot more colors than just like 3 in the actual skeleton head. So, but basically the gist of what's going to be happening is, so this is going to be like a pixel. I don't know if this is exactly the size we're going to use, but maybe 4x4. Here, actually, why don't I make some concrete, light gray concrete, because I know we're going to use that. I'll pull up some light gray concrete, and then we'll go from there to figure out exactly the dimensions that we're going to be using on it. Let's make an inordinate amount of things. Where is it? Here. There's my light gray dye. There's my gray dye. I will use some bones to make some more light gray dye. I'm gonna build my own house, and the trace will be the Builder Guild. Ooh. Yeah, you've been up to some wild stuff on the CSMP, Dawana. You've just been going for it. And I'm like, yeah. That's honestly been my favorite thing about running an SMP, is just watching you guys be good at doing things. Okay. And I need more gray dye. How do you make gray dye again? Hold on. Just a sec. Gray dye. Oh! That's not too difficult. What's the soundtrack we're listening to? Oh, Beach Cave. That's cool. That's chill. Beach Cave. It's getting dark. We'll make some more dye tomorrow, and then we'll make some concrete. And then we'll go figure out the location of the skeleton head. Chat, I get excited about large scale builds. I just kind of do. Okay. Sleeping animation takes a long time sometimes. And yet, again, I know a lot of you weren't here earlier. Today was supposed to be a lore day. Where am I? Here it is. It was definitely supposed to be a lore day today, but then I just don't feel up to that exactly right now. So we're just gonna make some dye first. So we're just gonna chill today. Just okay. We've got 64 gray dye. How many more like dye do I want? Let's go 12. Let's go 64. I want to make an inordinate amount of just materials. I did that wrong. Okay, we've got let's just work with that for now and see how we feel later. Point blank are the person who are really working really hard on the build. Yeah, I've seen them doing so much for it. But you've also been doing a lot. You know? I don't think you can discount your own stuff you've been doing. Like, I saw what you did with the portal. Whoop. Yeah, no, you've just... I just seeing everyone do cool things on the CSMP is really just what makes it worth it with that. So, I think you guys are making it a great location. A great spot, as it were. It does put a smile on my face to see how just decorated New Stunk City is right now. Oop, we're in a cloud. I do want to add more jack-o'-lanterns eventually, like to the top of the tenements. Just give them more of the spooky vibes there. But, I guess we'll have to... We'll deal with that later, because right now we are doing things. My builds are nothing compared to the effort. Look, maintaining the whole nether. I don't think it needs to be a competition. I don't think we need to say who's doing the most, who's doing what. As long as we're all just chilling and having fun, then that's really the important thing. That is what matters. Not whoever's doing the most work. You know. Sorry chat, just while we're up here, there's gonna be a big ol' skeleton head over there soon. And I'm just excited when you're gonna stream the SMP. So I don't currently have any plans to. Just cause, I don't know, haven't really seen too much of a reason to, and I also want to make sure I'm not like, I don't know, making it too weird for you guys being there. I don't know, maybe if there's a never agreed upon moment where we're like, oh yeah, like, there's this thing happening that would be cool to have record for posterity or something, but I don't know. Just haven't seen the need to at the moment. We all just have fun. Exactly. It's just a fun chill spot. I don't think everything that we do and that is like involved with the community here needs to be about the stream. I think we can just have chill times without that. The Victorian houses still make me so happy. We're all doing them there, forget about the SMP. No, I think we would still have fun no matter who is there, but it is very nice to have, you know, people who make it fun. Okay, so chat, here's the plan that we're gonna do next. We gotta figure out the dimensions that we're gonna be working with on the house. So I'm thinking that we do either 2 or 3, like each pixel, I guess, being 2 or 3 blocks wide. So I'm gonna like lay out some things to test that. So each, so the skeleton heads in Minecraft are 8 by 8 pixels. They're cubes, and we're probably going to end up making ours a cube. But so let's just see if we do 2 per, then that means we'll end up with 16 across. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna need to break some things. Hold on. Sorry, just clearing some area. Don't mind me. This is all a perfectly normal part of construction. Don't worry. I need to put the sand places. I talked with Cena and Point Blank today. Oh, that's good. They are friendly people. They are good people to chill and vibe with. I can't be on the CCP too much because I'm pretty busy, but I'm glad that people are there who can, you know, vibe better. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, and then let's block up a little so we can see the bounds of that. There we go. And we have a great community. Yeah. Just lots of chill, fun people, which is really the goal. Chill times, fun people, chill, fun people times. Okay, so let's take a hop down there and see if that'll be good for the skull. Obviously, it's not as tall as I'm going to be putting it. Okay, so I may want to elevate it a bit, but yeah, so definitely probably not going to be building actually on the ground level due to, you know, height and stuff. But I don't know, chat, what do we think? Is that a large enough giant skeleton skull thing? It'll be that, and then like probably up like that. Is that large enough, or do we want to go for the 3? If it's 3, that'll be we love you too. Aw, thanks. Thanks, guys. You're so sweet. Y'all are very sweet. But, so if it's each one is 3 by 3, then that means that it'll be 24 across. So this is 16. 24 would be another, just like another 8. So probably go to like right out there. That would probably be too large, huh? That would probably be way too big. He says, "Go big or go home." I know. I also feel that, Mr. Milk, but I'm not sure with the. Because it may be. What if we 1, 2, 3, 4? Let's just add 4 to each side and see if that'll do better. And again, we're going to be deconstructing all this because this is not what the final thing is going to look like, and we're going to move it up a little bit and not have the entire thing be made out of gray concrete. This is just concept art. Chat, we're doing concept art. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. Chat, I just can't place things sometimes. Okay. So that's what it would look like if we did the 3 by 3 pixels. Oh, but then, chat, we're also not considering that this is going to be a cube in the end. We're gonna have to take it out that way too. Is it, well, no, this is concrete. So I'm going to be using a variety of materials to, you know, really get the texture that we're looking for. This is just, this is just a basic design to take a look at it. That would be a gigantic skeleton head. Oh, if we're doing it, concrete is made with sand, gravel, and dye. Yep, so this is light grade concrete. Light grade dye it's made a variety of ways from like flowers and stuff, but the way I do it is I make gray dye with like black and white, and then I add another white. Because that'll make it light gray. Chat, if we do this, we're gonna have to go this way 24 as well. And up. Here, let's get 24 going up to see if we like that. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we've got it 3 high right now. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Oh boy. Yeah, that 24 might be let's look at it from the ground. Let's see what that'll give us from the Okay, yeah, okay, that looks like it's going to be too big. Let's maybe pull it back to the 16 and then do the height check. Work on that concrete stuff. I can do some good detailing. The thing to be aware of with concrete is that you can't make slabs or like stairs or anything with it. You can just do blocks, but it can be good for like having a good consistent color. So like the roof of City Hall is made out of just gray concrete. So like you can see right there, it's just the same like very uniform sort of block. So yeah, that's just things to be aware of with the concrete. Okay, let's just Take this right down. I'm taking it all the way down because I'm moving this back to, oh, hello water. Can you just, dissipate, please? Can you just get right out of here, please? Just scooch. Thank you. Thank you. And okay, thank you. Just scooch right on out of here. Thank you so much. Okay, now, yep, just dissipate. Get right out of here. Okay, there we are. That's good. That's good. Hey, Boozinga. Hey, hello, Face Mickey. How you doing? It is, yep, we've got the, we're going for more of the spooks, but specifically the building a giant skeleton head to look over the city kind of spooks. We'll do the height check in the morning because I want to, I just want to make sure that it's looking all right. I think doing just an 8x8 would be too small, so it's probably going to have to be 16x16 no matter what. But, you know, we'll just, I just want to see what we're going to be working with. So I don't know why, but the word see was really funny to me in that sentence. But yes, Boozinga. Just all the various buzzingas that you do. Very fun. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. I find something in smooth. Ooh, that's cool. We love a bridge. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I'm sometimes good at MLG. Don't worry about it. Yeah, chat, I think that's gonna be the winner. For sure that's gonna be the winner. Because that way we just get a good little, you know, ominous thing staring over the village. Yeah, I definitely need to move it up a little bit. Probably up by 3 blocks, I'd say. Up by 3 blocks so that we can get just a good, like, thing. I think I just want to drop by and get my good Bazinga. Awesome, nice, nice. Thanks for dropping in. Good to see you around. Bye, Face Mickey. See ya. Thanks for dropping in. Farewell. Bye. Yeah, probably raise it up by 3 blocks. Actually, let's test that. So if I just want to see if we can see the crease there, or... Okay, yeah, because then we can probably see, like, sort of the line of the chin. Okay. So we're going to elevate it 3 blocks into the air, which means it's going to be even taller, but that's fine. Here, let's just very quickly get rid of all of this concrete stuff, because we're not going to be making the entire thing out of gray concrete. That was simply a test. Excuse me. Oh, except I probably should leave something here as like an indicator that that's... Actually, why don't I just leave sand here? I'll just leave sand here as the indicators. That'll be a pretty efficient solution. Alright, so that's where we're gonna start the thing. Excuse me. Oh, I forgot that this is the other... I went up all the way on the other one. But yeah, no, I'm excited to see the bridge. Bridge seems like it'll be good to be on. Alright. Whee! How are you guys doing in chat? I've kind of just been vibing around here, but I hope you guys are vibing too. Yes, good. Okay. And just as a... Let's just leave that right there. Look at me making my boundaries out of sand. Oh wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I lost count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, that's where we're gonna have to push it to. That's chill. That's alright, that's a vibe. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16? I may have lost count at some point. So I got cold, friends broken more top. Hey, we're all kind of feeling a bit under the weather today. That's nice. That's fun that we are that we're all not feeling exactly great. I don't think I'm sick necessarily. I'm just not feeling 100%, as it were. So, but hey, that is all of us. We are all feeling some kind of way. Alright, so now that we've got our basic dimensions laid out, let's go ahead and... Okay. So the skeleton heads, they're a lot more gray than you would think. You know, you would think it'd be mostly white, but it's mostly in tones of gray. So let's see. Let's see what we can do for this. Ooh, so the light gray concrete is good. Is there something else that's like a close color to light gray? What does gray wool look like? Do I have any wool? Yeah. We're all just feeling a bit nasty today. But that's chill, because we can all be feeling a bit nasty together. If we're all miserable, then nobody is. Let's see. Do I not have any wool? Did I use up all of my wool somewhere? Are you kidding me? No, are you kidding me? Okay, I wanted to see what gray wool looks like, because I need something that's a bit lighter shade than that. What does gray concrete look like? Here, I don't remember what gray concrete looks like, so we're just gonna take a bit of a look. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, that's what gray concrete looks like. Pretty dark. Okay, that's not ideal because that'll probably work for the skeleton, like, eyes and mouth. I need something a bit lighter for the rest of it. White concrete I know has a bit of a blue tint to it, so that's not going to be ideal for it. So I'm thinking we're probably going to have to start looking towards, like, gray wool, or light gray wool. Here, let's just abuse the power of flight and make our way over to Bread City real quick, just for an experiment. And I need shears. Okay. Alright, chat, let's abuse the power of flight. Here we go. Whee! Oh, chat, I love abusing the power of flight, you know? Feels really good. Can I land in the sheep pen? Yes! Okay. Alright, let's just see. Okay, so gray wool's a bit dark. What about light gray wool? You know, light gray wool might work for what we need. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick up an amount of wool really quick. How much am I gonna need? Probably not too much. Thinking it's for the weather change problems. We have supervisors and roads, I can't do anything irrational and just stop going out. Yeah, I mean, people do tend to get a bit sicker as the weather gets colder. That is very true. But with the world being the way it is, we just have to be extra cautious, and that's just kind of unfortunate for us. This is madness. It is madness. Yeah, chat, when the whole like pandemic thing started, I remember thinking like, no way, like in the modern world would we have like problems like this. Oh, too many sheep. Well, having this many sheep means that I can collect a lot of wool really quickly. And that's the purpose of it. I mean, I should probably make an automatic wool farm, but that, you know, add it to the list of projects, am I right? I've just got too many things. Yeah, no, chat, I remember at the start of the pandemic being like, no way, like, in the modern world with all of our, like, you know, knowledge about things would we ever be, like, debilitated like a disease like this, but, you know, here we are a year and a half into everything, and, yeah, no, we're still just monkeys. You know, we still, oh, rip, we're monkeys. Oh. Hold on. Just real quick. Why is this like this? Oh, that was weird. Favorite block in the game now? Hey! Hey, what's your favorite block? Everyone should have a favorite block in Minecraft. That's just how it goes. Going over to sleep because it's dark outside. My favorite block, I'd say, is either this wood or amethyst. What can I say? I like the colors. Colors are very good. Pretty water music. Is this water music? What music? Yeah, this is Lake Lamode from Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey is a great game, chat. I haven't played it all the way through, but I've gotten pretty darn close. Watch this. Ready? Elytra hacks. Elytra hacks. Sometimes you simply jump over fences when you have an elytra. How much wool do I need? Probably 2 stacks will be sufficient, because then I can get some grey wool and some normal wool. And I'll honestly probably be back eventually, but that's fine. And yeah, that should be pretty good. Okay. Whee! We're gonna judge you? Why would I judge you for having a favorite block? I have a favorite block. If you're excited about it, you're excited about it. Someone's favorite block. I like the blue warped wood. Ooh, yeah, blue warped wood is very pretty. Yeah, I like the crimson warped wood and the amethyst. Those are my favorites. Okay, let's just let's stop abusing the power of flight. Okay, so now that we've got some wool, I'm thinking let's make some gray wool and leave some just as the white, because the white wool, so this is it's a bit of a lighter variant of gray than the concrete is, and that is important because we need some. Yeah, you're good having a favorite block. Don't worry about that at all. See, because that way we get just the little tiniest bit lighter shade. Break for me, wool. Okay, that's just what you wanted? Exactly, yeah. We're getting the things. And we've got white wool, which is a good thing. Let's make some white concrete, but I think it might be a bit too blue for us to use on the most part. Coal. Ooh, like coal block? Because coal blocks are pretty cool. Like, look at them. They've got such an interesting texture. Just like, hello. Yeah, no, coal blocks are nice. I don't think you need to feel embarrassed about liking coal blocks. Crafting table is what I needed. Let's make some dye. Not dye, let's make some concrete. Alright, and let's go handle the concrete. Let's go take care of it. Yeah. Ooh, I wonder if I could like build more with coal blocks now. Like just as a side thought, this is something I've been thinking of anyways, that ooh, the concrete powder is a nice color, but it does experience gravity, so that could be an issue if I wanted to build with it. But yeah, no, building with coal blocks sounds interesting, so I think I should do more of it. Again, it's just got such a cool texture and color. And it's very useful. You can just shove it in a furnace and it'll do good work for you. You know, just, yes, hello furnace. If you're doing the whole face, gravity might be less of a concern. I mean, I am doing the whole face, but I'm also doing the whole head. So using it for like the roof and stuff could be bad. But just for the sides and face might be alright. Let's turn this all into concrete for now, and I'll make more powder if I need it. Just because, I don't know, I feel like it. Yeah. Although I guess the top of the head isn't going to be visible for the most part unless I'm like flying above it. So that might not be too much of a concern. So, yeah. Things to consider. Yeah, see, it's just got the slightest bit of a blue tint to it. So we're going to want to watch for that. That's why I want to use bone blocks for a lot of my, like, whiter blocks. Because I feel like the color probably just works better for it. Musics. But I know you do like aesthetic. Aesthetic über alles. I like it because it's the most expensive item in the game. Interesting. What do you mean by expensive? Because, I don't know. That's an interesting adjective to use there. And I want to pick your brain about like what that means. Because, that is an adjective for sure. Because I know that doesn't take like the most work to get them, but maybe for like resource material costs or something. I don't know. I could see that going lots of ways. Okay. I'm just gonna get started on some things because I want to start getting like the foundation of stuff. Here, let's just do a quick comparison of concrete versus wool. Okay, so with the next to the wool, the white concrete kind of looks like a very pale gray, and that'll also be good for what we're looking for because I need lots of shades of gray. Let's see. So we're probably going to start off with a light gray concrete pixel. I should probably grab some. It would probably be good to grab some scaffolding. You know, and actually I think I am going to use the power flight while I'm doing this. I don't necessarily need the prot. So what if we just constantly had the power flight, you know? Let's just abuse the power flight, chat. Man, my inventory is an absolute mess. Why is my ender chest in there? That makes no sense. That did not make a lot of sense. Yeah, so white concrete will be good for some of the lighter sections, as well as bone blocks, maybe using white wool for the very lightest pixel, just for, you know, contrast. Chat, this is where my cross-stitching knowledge starts coming in, because I have knowledge, you know, like sectioning things off and being like, ah yes, this section is going to be this color. Alright, so we've got, that's why I hate scaffolding. Alright, so there's our first pixel. Let's go up a bit further, and so the next pixel is going to be white wool, and the next pixel to the side is also going to be white wool. So we got not white wool, let's just, Alright, so that's our first 3 pixels. Oh, chat, we're making a pixel drawing. We're doing pixel art. Okay, yep. So that's the first little bit. Then, okay. Ooh, do we want to go up first or to this side first? Let's maybe go to the side first, because I think that'll be a bit easier to do. So next up, we've got the concrete again. Okay. Then another one of the wool. Ah! That's fine, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that at all. Okay, 2, 3, 4, then 2 of the concrete. Okay. There's 1. And there's 2. Okay, at this point I need one that's just slightly darker shade than this. Oh, okay. That's rough, because I don't think we have one that's that slight of a shade darker. Maybe just like regular stone or something would work for that? Let's go take a look. Let's see if that'll work for us. Chat, this music is I think that you can get it easily, but I can't play the game that easily. Many alternatives, but not all of them are easily accessible. If you say lava, but there's even probability of death with lava, you can't deny that, and wood, cutting wood is boring, using this fuel, it's not a smart idea. Oh, so when you say, like, most expensive, you mean, yes, that'll work. When you say most expensive, you mean that, for, like, fuel sources, it's just, like, it's the best, source without being, like, dangerous and hard to obtain. I guess that could kind of make sense. I could see that. I could see that working. Oh no, that's a bit lighter. Oh, is it lighter or darker? My first instinct is that it's a bit lighter, but maybe it's just more textured. Either way, we gotta go sleep. That felt cool. That felt really cool. Okay, yeah. I mean, I think you've got a point there, Dawn. I think you've adequately explained your reasoning. From a distance, it looks like it might be a bit lighter, which is not what we want. I need something that's just like a hair darker than... Oh. What's just a hair's breadth darker than the light gray concrete? Maybe like stone bricks or something? But that might be too textured also. It's just the tiniest shade darker. Just the tiniest little bit. Oh, what is that shade? It shows up like 3 times on the entire skeleton head. I have perfect color vision, so I'm probably just gonna go crazy about this. Because I can see all colors. If I can get all the color, I can manipulate the whole game economy. I mean, if you can get all of the coal, then you certainly can, for sure. Maybe andesite? No, even that is just the slightest... Oh, maybe basalt? Okay, probably not polished basalt, but, hold on, let's take a look. Let's see if basalt will do that. Okay, but just if you can get all of the coal, you can for sure, change the game's economy. I just realized I've been, neglecting to make the pixels 1 thick on the other side, except I'm not filling in the blocks. I'm just... It's probably on the sides that'll be rough. No, that's too dark. Chat, this is going to drive me mad. Except what if... No, not like that. What if... I want the crumbly side facing forward. Like Amazon. Oh no. Insert the song from Inside by Bo Burnham. Just like Jeffrey Bezos. CEO entrepreneur born in 1964. Jeffrey Bezos. How can I... Even that's probably too dark. I was hoping to try to make it work by changing the direction, but it's probably just too dark. I just need something that's the slightest, tiniest bit darker. This is gonna drive me crazy. This is gonna drive me absolutely batty. Duana's on? Oh, we're in for it now. We are in for it now. That is truly frightening. Duana's on. I fear. I fear. I fear greatly. Duana's on. Hold on. Hold on. It might still be too dark. What about do I have Blackstone? Blackstone. Let's try Blackstone. I know that you can do like a fancy Blackstone. Okay, that's probably just even darker. Chat, why is it so difficult to find the right shade? Why am I like this? Why am I this... Why am I this picky about color? I'm gonna make a shopping mall in the server and delivery service? Oh no, you're just gonna... You're just gonna go for it. Hold on, sorry. I'm just gonna hold this right next to it. And then I'm going to look at the colors. No, it's too dark. It's just... I need something that's ever so slightly... Okay, number one, I admit I have a problem. And I know that that's the first step to everything. Spoopy scary skeletons? Hey, Cyborg! I'm currently going mad, Cyborg. I'm going a little bit absolutely batty. Maybe polished would be better. So, Sai, I've currently got this problem. I need something that's just a slight shade off from light gray concrete, and I can't find anything. I can't find anything that's exactly the right shade. It's miserable. Like, look, we've got a pretty good start to it all. But then this block right here. See, that's too dark. It's too dark, chat. Stop, can I... One sec. No, that's the wrong block. I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy. Whose color vision is too good? It's entirely too good. That's too dark. Dwan is the new Jeffrey Bezos. Yes, very true, very accurate. And we're all sick / under the weather. Yep, that's us today. That's us. Chat, my color vision is too... I'm gonna try the stone bricks. I think it might be lighter than the light gray concrete, but I'm just trying it. I see no other option at this point. Chat, I curse my color vision with every fiber of my being. Do I have no... I'll just use slabs. I curse my color vision with every fiber of my being. Why am I like this? Chat, everything's just too dark. It needs to be just ever so slightly off. This is probably lighter. It's lighter. Look at that. It's too light. It's... This color seriously appears like 3 times on the entire skeleton head. I'm getting a distance look. I'm seeing how it looks from far away. Okay, but maybe? Maybe. Actually, from a distance it might work. From up close it's definitely too light. But from a distance, it might at the very least provide the intended effect of being a different color than the regular gray concrete lines. Chat, I think we're gonna go with it because I just see no other option. I see no... This pixel literally appears 3 times over the entire face. We can deal with it. We can have this be okay. Have I messed up my counting somewhere? Hold on. Really think about that. What Amazon's doing. You guys are buying stuff that we don't need. They're controlling our necessity. Yeah, Amazon's doing some... They're for sure doing some things. For sure things are happening there. And they're not treating their employees well while they're doing it, which is bad. Oh, chat, it's about the supply and demand and the existence of a monopoly, you know, all the things that were like, maybe not that, and then the world is like, no, I think we will. Okay, well, we're gonna have to call that, I hate it, but we're gonna call it good. Bezos is a heck of a smart man. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. Okay, so let's go up this side of the face now. We've got 2 more of the wool pixels. Chat, my color vision is too good. Amazon had definitely did 200% turnover for employees this past year. 200%. Oh heck, they do own Twitch, don't they? Oh, am I allowed to say things about them then? I mean, I'm certain I am. But, remember chat, Amazon exists. That is for sure what we're talking about. The existence of Amazon. Nothing else. Just the existence thereof. Yeah, I know they own Twitch because we've got, Twitch Prime and stuff. Exaggeration is, when you make something out to be bigger or smaller than it actually is. 1, 2, generally bigger. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, yes. I can do math. I can do math, chat. Breaking news. Or more accurately, I can count. Can you count the pixels? I need to drink water. Brain really just kind of fizzled out there. And under the weather means sick. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Sorry, I should probably lean further away from the mic when I drink water. Sorry about that. I found 4 diamonds and said, bro, I found like 100 diamonds. That would for sure be an exaggeration. That's... Yep, that's a lot. Yeah, chat, that one, oh, that pixel, it'll show up 3 times and we're just going to have to deal with it. We're going to have to deal with the pain. With the deep, awful, awful pain of it being off. Okay, so we've got... Wait, did I count this right? I may have not counted this right, because there's supposed to be 2 pixels of it. And I think I did 6 rows, which would be off. Hold on, that's not seeming right. Hold on. Hold on just a minute. Okay, so here we've got 1, 2, okay, that's 1 pixel. 3, 4. No, okay, yeah, no, I was right. I did 1 too many. I did 1 too many. Okay, alright. Hi, chat. Hi, chat. Alright, so then we've got a lighter gray pixel. Not quite at the very lightest shade, but a bit lighter. I think bone blocks will be too light of a shade for this, but we might try it because I want to use bone blocks somewhere in here that just feels appropriate. Because white wool is too pale. Woot. Oh, it's just an exclamation of joy or happiness. White wool is too pale. And I think I want to save the light gray concrete for the more highlighty sections. But let's compare bone blocks and concrete. Yep, we're really doing some English comp out here. Okay. I think it is. I think it is too light. But on the bright side, that means that regular stone might work. Do I still have regular stone on me? Yes, I do. I think that'll be the right color for it. Slightly again. Oof. Yeah, no, English tests are kind of intense. English as a language is kind of intense. I was listening to a song in Old English. Was it Old English yesterday? I think it was Old English. And I was just like, wow, this sounds a heck of a whole lot like German. And I was like, wait, that's probably because English was originally a Germanic language and then just got absolutely messed up by everything else. Okay, I think that'll work. Yes, because it's just barely a different shade. Yes, okay. So that'll work for that one. That'll work for that one. Oh, is that light enough though? Is that light enough? Chat, my color vision is too good. My color vision is way too good. Here, let's run some tests. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, so bone blocks are definitely lighter than the white concrete. Imagine seeing color couldn't be me. Oh, bless. I always usually hear Point Blank's voice is like an anime character, smooth and perfect. Yeah, no, Point Blank's voice is pretty. Point Blank's voice is very pretty. Yeah, it's just good. It's very good. Chat, why do I have perfect color vision? Because the gray works for that. It's definitely too light, but it kind of works. I just need more grays. I just need the world to operate in a more gray environment. Andesite! Hold on! I'll just start using photosynthesis words wrong so it can teach us English. Photosynthesis words? I've never heard of this. Photosynthesis words. I think andesite might actually be the color I was looking for, not stone. Woo! Voice really is. Point Blank, if you're watching, you're a lovely human being. Heck yes, Point Blank, if you're watching the VOD, you're a lovely human being. For sure. Definitely can confirm. Yes. I don't know which tool to use on the wool, so I'll just use the axe that's gonna break anyway. Okay, so chat. We are officially removing the stone because it's just the slightest bit too dark. And we are replacing it with andesite because andesite is a lighter shade. I swear I was flying. Yeah, see, okay, so that's much better. It's just the slightest bit lighter than what we were going for earlier. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants use the sun to get energy and grow. Sally knows more of the details. What's a fancy science word? Fancy science word. Very, very fancy science word. Okay, yeah. Okay, so andesite works there. And I need something that's a bit lighter than the gray wool, but not as light as the andesite. Maybe we'll use the stone there? Let's try it out. I meant humongous words. Okay, I was like, photosynthesis words is a very interesting thing to use there, but sure. Humongous words makes more sense. I hate scaffolding. Have I ever told you guys that I hate scaffolding? I think scaffolding is gross. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 2. Alright, those are those 2 pixels, and then we need the concrete again. Yes, we need concrete here. Alright, so that should be the first side of the skull here. I think we're probably going to handle this, probably column by column. I think that'll be the best choice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've miscounted somewhere, I think. I think I may have miscounted on the stone section. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This should be 8 pixels tall. 1, 2, 3. Okay, lighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, is it only 7? Is it? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's 8 by 7. Chat. Sorry, gotta go. Oh, that's fine. Bye, Dwan. Bye, see you. Sorry, I'm just in the middle of a crisis. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm just in the middle of a crisis. Okay, so it is only 7. I was incorrect about that. It is not 8 by 8. It is 7. What does this mean for the square, though? Yeah, bye, Dewan. Bye. See you next time. It's been lovely having you. Bye. Have a good rest of your day. Bye. Sorry, I'm counting pixels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is 8 across. Oh, chat, I think it's just a weird cube. Did the music just change? Hold on. Wave Resorts, main theme. I wasn't expecting on this playlist, but here we are. That's chill. Yeah, that's chill. I need gray concrete. Whee! Whee! Here, I'm gonna mess with audio just so it's a bit loud. There we are. There we are. I wanted a bit more in the background. Oh, chat. Thanks for putting up with me and my perfect color vision troubles. I know that's... I know it can come across as me being like, oh, well, I have perfect color vision, unlike you plebeians who only see some of the colors. I promise I'm just frustrated because I want things to look good. Okay, so we've got that there, and it's almost time to sleep. And you gotta admit, now that we've started to, figure out the colors for each pixel, things are coming along pretty quickly. Like, look at that. Just, yeah. I wish to sleep. I wish to be asleep right now, please. Please and thank you. Please and thank you very much, for sure. Okay. I didn't close the door, apparently. Well, it's a good thing that sleeping prevents the creation of monsters, or else we could have perished last night. Oh, chat, just... I think it's kind of funny that if you sleep, monsters don't start spawning and showing up. Because just, like, think of the implications of that. Monsters are like, oh, heck. Oh my gosh. We've got a sleeper here. We can't... I guess we can't manifest. It's like, aw, man. Aw, man, that's so unfortunate for us. Okay, so that's that. Then up above we've got light gray concrete. Chat, now that we've got figured out, it's starting to come together a lot faster. And I'm not searching for a new shade every 2 minutes. And let's just on the bad side though, I do have to switch blocks every few seconds. And we've got another light gray concrete. Okay. Then we've got our lighter pale one, so that'll be andesite. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay. Alright, and then hold on. Oh no. Chat, hi again, Sai. I've just come to the realization that this pixel should be just the tiniest bit darker than this all. Wait, no, I have miscounted because it is supposed to be 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, why was I counting 7 earlier? Wait, hold on. Hold on, this is weird, this is weird, this is weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one is supposed to be the bricks. Yep, okay. I know where I messed up. I know where I messed up. I just realized hunting for the right shade. The Elytra trying to match something block by block. We're watching build mart. You know, I'm not gonna dispute that one. Yep, not gonna dispute that one. That's honestly kind of what we're doing. Just, yep. You got me. All I'm saying, put me in MCC, I will build the mart. Or don't. You can, or don't put me in MCC and I won't build the mart. It's up to you. You know. Wee, actually, nah, let's just... Okay. Hold on, let's break the scaffolding. Then take another look at it. Me just being like, oh, put me in, coach. Let me build the mart. Okay. Alright. Well, that's pretty. Yeah, no, this is fine, this is fine. Quimby MCC Rising confirmed. I do kind of wish, like, I don't know, I tried to stay out of the whole, like, I don't know, clout chasing kind of aspect of streaming and stuff, but, I'm gonna be honest, chat, MCC just looks really fun. If I were ever asked to participate, I would agree in a heartbeat, because it's just, it looks like such a good time, just being able to hang with people and play games and do things. I don't know. I'd probably not do super well, but I definitely agree. Okay, so on this one, this is going to be our first use of... Is this our first use of the bone block? Oh. Hold on. I think that andesite block is actually supposed to be white concrete. So I'm running those ones as bone blocks, and I need the white concrete, which is just ever so slightly darker, to be around. Man, chat, imagine being able to see things. Where did my... there. It's like, where did the last scaffolding go? Whoop. Let's replace this andesite with some bones, I think. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be bones. It's just... no, white concrete. We're replacing this with white concrete. Here. I opened my elytra. Stop messing with me, game. I definitely opened my elytra. It's a bit lighter than I would have liked. No, that's too light. That's too light. Chat, I've got a problem. I've got a problem for sure. I don't know what goes here now instead, because the andesite was too dark. Nope, we're running it as the andesite. Chat, that moment when there aren't blocks in the game that correspond to the exact color of the pixels that are in everything. Can you believe that they would pull a move like this? That they would not exactly replicate each color in game? Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with it. We're just gonna have to deal with it. That's fine. That's fine, chat. That's alright. Okay, for this one, I think this is going to be the first use of our white concrete here then. So let's just whoop. Let's see. Actually, let's just go ahead and this is going to be the next move on this row for a while. So let's just take care of it right now. Whee! I like flying. And I especially kind of like flying while doing building stuff. Oh, it looks so two-dimensional. Oh no. Oh, hi. Oh, hey. Oh, hello. Hi. Welcome, welcome Jake Boy Raid. Hello. Hello, people. Hey, Duck. Hey, welcome. Hey, hi, guys. Hi, welcome. Oh, thank you for following Awesome Pizza 25. Many thanks. I was taken very, very much by surprise. Hello. Hi, guys. Hi, welcome. How are y'all doing? Hope you had a good stream. Hope you had a good time. Hi, everyone. Oh, and thank you for following Skippy Mint. Many thanks. Aston Radio. Aw, thanks, Duck. Many, many thanks. Yeah. Yo, hi, everyone. Hi, welcome. I'm building a giant skeleton head today, okay, so I gotta show you guys. We go from a distance. I want the... We've been in Halloween Central these past few days. And I just want like a big old skeleton head looking over everything, sort of, you know, Attack on Titan style, where it's like, oh, are we going to get attacked by a giant creature soon? And you never know. Oh, and thank you for following, Frost. I need to turn up the alert sounds for me. Thank Duck. Okay, thank you, Duck. Many things. Skeleton Pog. I just imagine. So okay, I've got big plans for Halloween coming up because I love Halloween. So I've been decorating the city with a lot of like pumpkins and stuff, and we've got like spooky candles going over the place. When I find the time, I'm gonna go grind for some wither skeleton skulls to place all over the spot. There's going to be a giant spider web on my house, so that's gonna be really cool. But I just want a giant skeleton head looking over everything, looking like it's gonna attack the city at any second. If you make it from bone blocks, it'll be better. I do have bone blocks. I'm trying to. So I've got this problem, Dark Gamers, where I've got perfect color vision. I've got perfect color vision. Let me jump down, please. I can't do anything while talking. I've got perfect color vision. I'm trying to like pixel match the colors to it. So I know that this is a little dark for how skeletons are usually, but I just can't find shades that are quite light enough for it. But I am planning on having bone blocks be a part of everything. I'm very, very excited for that. So bone blocks are more going to be in the center area where it lightens up a bit. But yeah, no, I appreciate, yeah, I'm well aware that with the whole like having the thing be made out of bones, it is better to use bone blocks, but that's gonna be more like the middle of everything. Or maybe, chat, admittedly, it's very possible that I'll finish the front of the face, hate it all, remake it out of bone blocks, and then then just have to be fine with that. Because, I don't know, I'm not exactly the happiest with the way that the colors are necessarily interacting, but it's for the sake of the pixel colors, chat. That's the deal with that. But yeah, no, how are you all doing? I hope you had a good stream with Jake Boy. I hope you all, I don't know, had good vibes. I've popped in a few times and his streams are very exciting, so it's your Minecraft world, not mine. That's fair. That does sound like something you do. Sai, you don't have to call me out like that. You don't have to call me out like that, Sai. But yeah, no, thank you, Dark Gamers. And all honestly, because looking at this is kind of looking more like a wither skeleton head than a regular skeleton head. I've been Chat, should we go find a skeleton to look at and then see if I hate everything? Oh, hey, hi, Sally. Wow, people coming in. Yep, it's about the bones. Okay. Let's do an experiment, chat. Let's do a quick little experiment. Do you play other games? I haven't yet, but that's more because other games generally, yes. On stream, no, because I kind of haven't quite figured out games that I want to do on stream as much. Oh, wait, hold on, that was supposed to stay there. Whoop, don't forget about that. I kind of want to do Ace Attorney at some point, because I like Ace Attorney. I don't know, do you have any suggestions for games that I should play? I'm using the axe because I want it to break. This axe is not great, so I'm trying to break it as soon as possible so I can make a nice one. But yeah, I mean, if you have game suggestions, I'm down to hearing them, because I've sort of been like, oh, but what should I do? I'm remaking the bottom layer out of bone blocks now, and I'm just testing the hypothesis to see if it does in fact look much better. Among Us Roblox. Ooh. Okay, so I actually do love Among Us. I used to play with my friends all the time. Like when I was in school. Oh, I'm having this problem where the bone blocks probably do look much better. That's fine. We'll just do the entire thing out of bone blocks. That's chill. Okay, but yeah. Among Us is a very good game, so maybe I should just play it. It's about the bones. Oh, Sally, I know that you like the bones. I know that you like the bones. That's a lot of bones. Heck, it looks better. Oh, chat. Oh, I think we're gonna be making out of bone blocks. I think we're gonna be making out of bone blocks. Well, there goes my my efforts to match the colors. If you're gonna play that, I'm gonna follow you. If I can get like a lobby or something, then yes. Then yes. Oh, thank you for following. Thank you for following, Dark Gamers. Many appreciations. Yeah, we're making out of bone blocks. There goes the color matching we were going for. That's fine. You know, chat, what is Minecraft about if not making mistakes and then, you know, going back on them and learning new things? But, you know, gosh, maybe I should do like a playing Among Us like with people, like with followers kind of thing, because I was just thinking like, oh man, if I'm doing Among Us, I'd have to like get a lobby together. But maybe I could just lean on you guys possibly. Does your counter actually work? Sometimes it does, yes. Sometimes it does, Cyborg, which is news to all of us. Yeah, for context for anyone who doesn't know, the counter did not work for the longest time. It just sort of like sit there. Oh, rip. Well, I'm giving up on that. It just sit there for the longest time, but now it works better. So that's nice. That's very good. And yes, I'm well aware that an axe is not the ideal thing to use on wool, but I want it to die. I want it to look me in the eyes as it experiences its last moments and then just perish, you know? I want it to suffer, mostly. Like, look at this thing. It's been around forever. It's got like efficiency 1 and breaking 1. Like, come on. Okay, sorry, I just I. What time in your country? It is currently 2:21. Chat. I don't know why it's funny. But look at It's just a little floating skeleton eye. Okay. Oh goodness. All right. Let's go destroy my bone block supplies. Let's I hate scaffolding. Now let's absolutely wreck the bone meal I have. I think I'm gonna have to go for more soon. Because we're gonna run through it very fast. Oh, bless. Yeah, chat, I hope you guys are doing well, because I saw a random floating eye in the sky, and it somehow became the funniest thing to me, so it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, I guess. Oh gosh, let me just, Nope, still need that one. Oh, I need to sort my chests and put things away in my house. But we don't have time for that right now, so let's just drop some stuff. We'll deal with that eventually. We'll do that. I need to grab the bone blocks, which were the reason that I came here. Yeah, okay, so I'm definitely gonna need a lot more. It just looks so disgruntled. It's so just, can you add jump scare? I'm not a huge fan of jump scares. I don't know, especially just, I don't know. Not the hugest fan of jump scares. Do you mean like to the game or like to the stream or whatever? Because I was just also thinking like, how do I add jump scares to Minecraft? Whoop. I'm more of a fan of psychological horror. I like you to think about the life and everything to the stream. Maybe a small one, like if it's not too scary, if it's not like too intensely, oh heck, I'm feeling fear in my bones right now. Maybe I could add like a small, just a little thing to startle us a bit, because I mean, I know that part of the whole like spooky season thing is the whole being scared experience. So maybe just a small one. Okay. And I need to restructure my thoughts. I need 8 layers of this. So let's go ahead and get 1. Okay, no, that's 3, 4. I've lost count. I think that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, it'd be much better if I could count. Yeah, maybe I'll add a little one. Just a small little like, because that I could see that being fun. I don't want anything too brutal. Like, I have a history with brutal jump scares of being like, ooh, that doesn't sound fun. 2, 3, 4. Wait, okay, hold on. But just little ones are all right. Just little spooks. 1. Bone blocks make this harder to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, no, we're good. Someone said that this is basically just like build mart in a lot of ways, and then I was mad at how correct they were. I was very angry at how that was not wrong. I will need, okay, I think we will still need to use the light gray concrete for the middle section right there, because the nose, because dark gray concrete is too dark. So let's go ahead and grab just that little bit of light gray concrete. Where did I put it? Right here. So just if you don't even play Minecraft for that long, why don't I love and lose time in the world is deleted? Oof, yeah. My secret, is politics. Which sounds weird, but hear me out. So on days where I'm feeling inspired, we do a bit of storyline around here. And it's like based in the Industrial Revolution and politics and corruption and stuff. So that's really what keeps me going, is being like, oh, but what about the story we've got going here? I need to keep building here because of the story element of things. And I gotta go sleep soon, but I want to get the other eye started. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and there. Whoop. But yeah, this is also actually like my very first Minecraft world I played all the way through. It looks kind of precious right here. Looks kind of precious just with its little nose. I'm not sure how I feel about that nose, so we're gonna maybe come back to it. Oh, hi CNR Pro, hello. Today I confessed the girl I'm in love with and got rejected. Aw, bless. That is an unfortunate moment. Would it make you feel better if you came and watched me build this big old skelly boy? It just looks so disgruntled. But yeah, no, that is a rip. I'm sorry to hear that, CNR Pro. You're a real one. I'm sorry about that. Disgruntled skeleton will be disgruntled for you. Disgruntled skeleton will just, help you feel better. Disgruntled skeleton says, "I'm sorry for your struggles." Thanks, disgruntled skeleton. I think we all need a little bit of disgruntled skeleton in our lives sometimes. Yeah, but I will say here now, I am the absolute worst person to ask for anything, for any advice related to anything like relationships wise, but I mean, I believe that you can just do all right. Major kudos or major kudos for being brave enough to say something though. Yeah, no, that's honestly like a big deal. Don't be sad because she told you how you feel and didn't lie. Okay, that's also true. I feel like it's common for people to feel like they have to like people please in those sorts of situations and appease you by saying yes even if they don't mean it. And hey, at least this way you know how she feels and you know that that's the truth. You don't have to be concerned that there's any ambiguity there. Probably not the most I don't know, comforting thing to think of, but I'm just terrible at anything related to romantic advice. I said it was a friend and the friendship get crushed. Sorry, you're saying that you're worried that your friendship is going to be affected by this? I feel like if you're really friends with someone, then a little crush here and there shouldn't be too big of a deal. Like, I don't know, it's just kind of a part of life, and if that's what ends your friendship, then I'm not sure that it was that stable to begin with. Because I don't know, I feel like a good friendship should be able to survive many things, including something like having feelings for the other person. If you guys are good friends, you can probably just like work this out together and find ways to move on and keep your friendship safe and healthy. I was so worried I was gonna miss that MLG. I can sometimes do MLGs. I think I need to go down and fill in the section, but we're gonna worry about that after we do this thing. I'm now coming to the realization that I might have enough bone blocks to do at least most of this thing, at least the first part of the face, in which case I then become concerned for the amount of bone blocks that I have on my person at most times. Because if I have this many bone blocks, what does that say about me and my priorities in life? I'm sure that Sally, our resident bone queen, is has many more bone blocks at any given time. But just for me, who is not a bone queen, I think it's a bit unnatural usually. Oh, I've just come to the realization that I need to do that I'm making this a box. I'm gonna need more bones. That's chill. I'll just go get more bones. I will simply get more bones. Such as, it is a well-known fact of life that, bones. Yep. Yeah, okay. I am gonna have to go through and fill this in. Actually, hold on. Oh, solutions. Solutions are solutions. Don't think about sad things. Everyone's gonna die, so think about good things. Nothing is forever. Yeah, sure. Just a warning, Dark Gamers. Nightbot can be really tricky about thinking that anything with a period and no space between is a link. So just be cautious, because sometimes it'll look at you forgetting to leave a space between a period and the next word, and then it'll be like, "You're posting links in chat. That is bad." Hello there. Hello, friend. Disgruntled skeleton, chat. Disgruntled skeleton is so disgruntled. Hello, disgruntled skeleton. I hope you're having a good day. Hold on, let's get a distance view on that. It's just standing there menacingly. There it is. It's just looking at us. It's just observing. Hello. Hello, skeleton friend. Yep, it's nice. Okay, here's where we gotta go to work. Anyways, I'm back with another bad news. No, not more bad news. Not more bad news. Oh, oh gosh, I don't know how much bad news we can handle today. My Steam account got hacked. Ooh, that's a rip. That is a rip. Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Rip. I hope you're doing alright with that. Have you changed all your passwords and stuff? Like, identities. Be careful, please. Gmail password and phone number is gone. Ooh, okay, I'd suggest contacting support about that as soon as possible. Just, because identity theft is a big deal. Yeah, so, I'd say just take care of that as soon as you can. Just do what you need to like, recover that and, like, contact the Gmail team and stuff. Because, oof, that's a rip. That is a big rip. I like Speedy Boy, but sometimes Speedy Boy is too speedy. But yeah, that's oof. That is a big deal, friend. Please take care of that. Bye-bye. Just forget the passwords of my 2 accounts. Well, I mean, there is also that. There is also that. No. Oh gosh, this is gonna be a nightmare too. Hold on. Let's just see if this will work. Yeah, that'll... Okay, we'll just run with that. No. Can you just... 1 second. One second. Can you just... Why? Why can you simply not just do the things? Oof. Chat, have I ever mentioned that I absolutely hate scaffolding? Have I ever mentioned that I just hate it with a burning fiery passion? Because if I haven't mentioned it before, I'd just like to make a point of it now and let you all know I hate scaffolding with a burning fiery passion. It's too cover on other people chatting? I don't know, sometimes they just don't feel like chatting. I think it's alright. People don't have to chat to, you know, hang out. I'm glad that you've been chatting though. It's nice to, you know, have some commentary and stuff to talk about while you're going around. Oh, do I want to... Maybe I'll just fill this all in. So that way we don't have to worry about it being dark in here. You know, it's chill. I had a thing that I was going to say and I immediately lost what it was. So that's a great indicator for how things have been going today. Oh, it was something I talk about lots of like weird book topic kind of stuff. Oh gosh, it's double-sided. Oh gosh, because at work, so he may not be able to talk. Yeah. Oh, chat. Imagine working. That sounds kind of cringe. I have really bad news. Oh no. Oh, we've already had some bad news today. What you got for us? What is it? I hope it's not anything too terrible. I hope that's all right. Hope that you're doing okay. It's like midnight for you. Wow. You're so sleepy. It's okay if you need to go sleep. I will not make a big fuss out of that. In fact, I actually rather encourage sleeping. Not that I do it, but if sleeping is something that you feel that you should do to have a healthy lifestyle, then I fully support you in that. That's actually fair. Yeah. Just good sleeping habits are good. Listen, I may have stayed up till 2 a.m. building a guardian farm the other day, but that doesn't mean that you need to. That doesn't mean that's something that you have to do. So it's a-okay. Oh, I don't want to sleep. Oh, then don't sleep. Like go ahead and like get up, walk around a little bit. Maybe like, I don't know, find something to get your attention, get your blood moving a little bit. There's all kinds of tricks if you don't want to sleep. You know, Chad, there's a period of time, when I was in high school where I'd be, like, up doing homework because, you know, the grind never stops with homework. And then I'd be like, oh, it's getting, like, really late. I'm starting to get kind of tired. And I'd be like, well, that's that. I'd just, like, fall asleep on the couch, just where I was sitting. And then I'd wake up around, like, 1 a.m. or something. Because I'd leave the light on. That's the key thing. I'd leave the light on, and then I'd just sort of wake up at 1 a.m. and be like, well, okay, I guess it is time to keep working on my homework, and then I'd finish it up, and then I'd go to sleep. And, yep. That's about how that went. Okay, so I'm going to need a lot more bone blocks. Just remember that I want to finish this thing. Alright, so chat, it's time to talk mass production of bone meal. Because each column is 16 blocks tall, and I've got each row is 16 blocks tall. I've got a shepherd stuck in the middle of my giant skeleton head. I think so after we finish base construction, I'm probably going to hollow out this entire area and add like maybe shoulders or something to make it look more like a giant thing is actually staring over the town. Whee! There it is. There it is, chat. It's just staring menacingly. But yeah, so my trick for the longest time was to just like fall asleep where I was sitting, and then later, you know, just fall asleep where I was sitting, wake up later and be like, alright, time to get back to work. Okay, mass production of bone meal. Probably, I do have a skeleton spawner. It's not the best built skeleton spawner, but it's a skeleton spawner for sure. So we could head out over that way and try to get some stuff together. Maybe we'll do that, because I was thinking like, probably wouldn't, I was thinking like, water ways to get bone meal, like, there's like composters and stuff, but that would be so slow. So let's just make our way over to paper planes. Oh gosh, do I have any chest space to leave some things behind? I've got a little bit. Let's just leave some things in here. Yep, that'll be fine. That'll be fine. This is actually supposed to be in there, so we'll put that back there. Sorry, just gotta sort my chest. You're right, but I don't want to be killed by my mom. You know what? That is a fair assessment. That is a fair assessment of a reason to not want to get up. Let's see, what are things you can do, like, from one place to prevent you from falling asleep too much? Trying to think. Maybe just doing like some basic stretches and stuff. Like that way you don't need to move around too much or make a whole ton of noise. But just doing some little like stretchy movements can help you, you know, like get your blood moving, make yourself less in like sleep mode. I also recommend sitting weird. Sitting weird is a great way to keep yourself from sleeping. Where is the entrance to my spawner? I always lose it. It's right there. Whoop! I'm getting better at this elytra thing, chat. There's a chance she'll forget I'm watching. Is that like a good chance she'll forget you're watching, or like a bad, oh, she will forget that I'm watching? Like, if she forgets that you're watching, she won't bother you, or is it like a, if she forgets, then, wait, hold on. I'm trying to remember, what was my thought process there? If she forgets you're watching, then that could be good, because that could mean you could keep watching, or if she forgets you're watching, that's bad, because that means that when she notices one of those, I would hope, assume. Yeah, the spawners. I've got more lava than bones. Don't judge me, chat. It's... Listen, you don't understand. I had to empty the lava pool. I'm gonna drink some water real quick, because I gotta stay on top of that hydration. Chat, remember, hydrate. Hydrate is a good thing to do, so if you guys want to get some hydration going, then drink some water right now. Chat, remember, hydration is key. Okay, and I have removed all the bones from this place. The main issue with this spawner is that when I built it, I didn't think about moving it down at all to, you know, get some of the skeletons to parachip it faster. But yeah. I do have a skeleton spawner that's really close to my house actually, but it's not set up, and that's the problem. And I'm like, I don't know, I just don't think it would be the greatest choice right now to set up an entire skeleton spawner to try to get bones. Like, I don't know, I feel like this one's hopefully going to be sufficient for our needs. Let's see, other ways to keep yourself awake. I mean, caffeine is obviously an option, but probably if you want to go to sleep after that, probably not the best choice. What do I do when I'm trying to not fall asleep? Avoid your pets if you don't want to fall asleep, because isn't Striders drop better loot? You mean like strays and stuff, or Striders? Wait, do Striders drop bones? Wait, hang on, full disclaimer, I'm still like relatively kind of new to Minecraft. So it's very possible that there's ways that I could be doing this much more efficiently and just haven't found them. Ooh, this will help heal my elytra, that's good. So if you got suggestions for how to do this better, I am so down to hearing them. I am so very extremely ready to hear suggestions. I'm just gonna bop around a little bit while we're going. Maybe I should expand this place somewhat. Oh, chat, I just have lots of lava. Don't judge me for it. It's fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. I don't have YouTube, I heard it from a YouTube video. Okay, I guess I will look into that after stream today. I'll see like if there's a better way to get yeah, if there's better loot stuff I can do. Yeah, thank you for the suggestion, Dark Gamers. Really appreciate that. Thank you, I mean strays. I would think so, cause I know that I've heard people saying stuff like strays drop errors of slowness or something, which are pretty cool and nice. Oh, and I think you can change the spawner to be a stray spawner just by like adding some snow all over the place. Which I'd have to look up how to do that, but if you have powder snow, you can try it. I don't have powder snow. There's a mountain up over there, so I guess we could go take a look if we wanted to. I don't know. Is that our feeling today? Do we want to go go look for some things? Try and turn this into a stray spawner. How are we doing on bones? I would like more bones, please. Powder snow will turn them into strays. Oh, will just regular snow do anything, or does it have to be powder snow? Because I've been trying to collect powder snow for so long and have been unable to do it. I've got a mountain biome up there, but it never snows. Ever. It has never snowed. Like, it snowed once there in my 4 months of playing on this world. I don't understand it, chat. I don't understand that about it. You have to put them in powder snow. Okay, okay, maybe it has to be powder snow. Okay. Alright. Maybe what I'll do, chat. Oh, this is the 40 celebration spawner. I forgot about that. What I'll do, chat, is I'll spend some time today offline, probably just hanging around the biome, trying to hope for it to snow so that I can collect some powder snow. So that's what I'll do. I'll do it in offline hours so that you guys don't have to just vibe with me waiting for it to snow. Just running around. I've got another... I know where 3 skeleton spawners are. There's one underneath my village that I haven't set up yet. There's one way out over there that is pretty close to a zombie spawner that I haven't set up yet. And then there's this one. I wish I could just somehow like bring them all together. Find some way for all 3 of them to taper into one single point, but that's not very possible, is it? You can't pick up spawners, can you, chat? I think I tried it once and it didn't work. Hello, I want to move a spawner, but that is illegal. Hello, game. Please just change so that I can pick up spawners. Just for me. Change the game only for me, no one else, simply because I want to. Please and thank you. Sincerely, Quimby. Oh, that sounds... oof. That is a noop moment. Oh, chat, let's do some pocket calculator math while we wait. So, okay, I've got a 16 by 16 square, which means, and I'm only doing the outside. I'm not filling the entire thing with bone blocks. So I know that, oh, hold on, hey, Mr. Maluk, our resident math guy, is there a way to do the math in a similar way as doing volume, but then removing the inside? Do you know if that works somehow? Would that just be like doing 16 by 16 by 16, but then removing 14 by 14 by 14? Would that accomplish what I'm trying to do? Hello, paging our resident math expert. A resident person who studied maths in college. I think so? Okay. Alright, then I am doing that on the calculator right now. So 16 times 16 times 16 is 4096, but 14 times 14 times 14, okay, 2744. Oh, dogs. Hold on. 40, I'll talk about dogs in a second. So that'd be about 1352. Okay, I'm starting to hear about your dog though, Dark Gamers. I'm very sorry to hear that. I've got a dog who probably will not want to come and say hi to people, but she is a very good girl. Yeah, dogs are very good. And your dog loves biting you. That's in some ways endearing, but in some ways also bless. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah. Would you like me to call my dog in? No, I make no promises that that she would. But would you like me to see if she wants to come in and say hi to us? Because I could... Let's see if she wants to come and say hi. While we're waiting for more skeletons to spawn, you know, sometimes she does like to come in and say hi. Okay, sorry, give me just a second. Oh, she's coming up. Oh, she's coming up. Hi there. Oh, come here. Oh, she's in the room now. She says hello. Here, I don't know if you can hear her jingling around the room. Oh, come here, puppy. Oh, she's lying down on my feet. My feet are now trapped. I no longer have feet. They belong to a dog. She's... Here, let me jingle her collar a bit for you so you can hear. Yeah, that's her. That's my puppy. Hey, girly girl. Have you been having fun just sitting on the couch? So, okay, let's, let me tell you a bit about my puppy, because we've been having a bit of a time today. Here, sorry, just while I do this. So, my dog, so she's half golden retriever, half black lab. So you'd think that she loves the rain. You'd think that she absolutely adores it. But that is not the case. My dog is the same. Oh, good dogs, good puppies. You'd think that my dog would love the rain because one of her breeds is like literally built for going into water. But no, she hates the rain. She hates it with a burning, fiery passion. And it's been raining this morning, so she's not had the greatest time of it. I took her outside so many times because I was like, hey, you should, like, you know, you gotta do your business outside. And she was just like, no, I don't think I do. I think we should just go back inside right now. Just go back inside and you can towel me off and we can sit on the couch together and we'll be friends. And it was, I was like, no, we gotta go outside, like, come on. And I like grabbed tennis balls for her and I brought an umbrella for her to stand under because she hated the rain. I tried so many things to try to get her to like want to be outside, but just no, not today. No, just none of that. Okay. You can go back now. I know that you don't like to sit in the room while I'm streaming, so you can go back downstairs if you want. Yeah, thank you for coming up. You're a good girl. What a good dog. Good job, puppy girl. Good job. Okay. Yeah, my dog absolutely hates being in the room while I'm streaming. So she usually is very mad when I call her up, but today she decided to come say hello. So that was nice. Well, that means my dog is, and my sister always tried to stop him. Rip. Rip. I don't know, dogs can be kind of silly sometimes. Dogs can, do things. Yeah. I'm sorry that your dog bites you sometimes. That's unfortunate. That's a little bit of experience, yeah. I've been, okay, disclaimer, very, very big disclaimer. I am not a dog trainer. I do train my dog, but I personally am not a dog trainer. But I've been watching a dog show recently on Disney Plus about a guy who is a dog trainer. And apparently one of the things that you can do to help like train dogs is use attention and affection as a way to guide them. So like if you make a big deal out of when your dog bites you, then that could be like an encouragement. Like, wow, I should do that again because I get attention from the humans when I do that. Because dogs don't care about good attention, bad attention. Dogs just want attention from you constantly. Sorry, I just wanted to look at their face. Yeah, so dogs just constantly want affection. So if you're just, I don't know, careful about application of that, then that could maybe be a bit of a better experience for you. Because, you know, dogs. But again, disclaimer, I'm not a dog trainer, so probably don't have an entire grasp on the situation. So I'm just looking at, it's subtle, but I think I can kind of see the difference between coupled deep slate and deep slate. There's like a diagonal texture here that isn't present on the regular deep slate. Yeah, sometimes dogs are just that way. Sometimes you just gotta work with them a little bit. My dog is definitely an absolute sweetheart who loves everyone and everything constantly. It's just me going near my mom. He loves her mom so much I go near my mom. Oh yeah. Yeah, affection, jealousy. Also, just another caution to be careful with the periods, because Nightbot can be super strict about thinking that you're posting links. So you have just be cautious about that. Make sure you always put a space after your periods. Oh, sorry, I just wanted to check the water. I'm just seeing the little water drips. But yeah, so jealousy issues with like chosen people, that is definitely a big thing for dogs. And again, that me bringing in all the advice that I've learned from the dog show that I've been watching recently, from what I've seen in the dog show, that often is related to an insecure relationship between your dog and your mom. So there's probably some sort of like thing there where the dog feels like he needs to get the attention from your mom, and anyone else is a threat to that. And so it's like a constant fight for dominance to try to get the attention that he wants and feels like he needs, and is worried that you're taking that away from him. So yeah, I'd say just probably the thing to do there is again, it's detachment from the dog and working up a better relationship and finding better ways to apply affection. But again, disclaimer, I'm not a dog trainer. I'm not qualified to give advice on dog matters. I just know what I've seen and experienced. If you do things and it ends up badly, I did not. Doesn't bite hard. He's just pretending to bite hard. Oh, so okay. So if it's more of like a play thing, then that's less of a serious circumstance. Still not ideal, but definitely less serious. Because if it was like serious bites every time, you know, like claiming sort of bites, then that's where I think it would start to be concerning. Is because, you know, just don't want to lean into the bad behavior too much, and being territorial over people like that can be not good for dogs. I mean, if it's just like more play bites, and that's not, again, not a qualified dog trainer, then I don't think that that's too much worry about. If it's uncomfortable for you, then obviously it's okay to make a change to make things better. But at least it seems like things are safe and that your dog isn't going to, like, I don't know, bite another person and have to be like put down or anything. Yeah, when he's angry. Does your dog get angry a lot? My dog doesn't really. She's just an absolute sweetheart most of the time, but I know that's probably just her breeds at work right there. Cause you know, it's the whole like golden retriever, Labrador sort of thing. My favorite game to play with skeleton spawners is to combine bows and try to make whole bows. Try to see like just how far I can push it to end up with the biggest number of bows possible. Oh wait, I've got another one. There we are. I just like putting bows together. It's fine, Chad. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm sorry to hear that your dog I don't know that you're even if it's not like too big of an issue, having your dog be jealous and play biting is not always the most fun thing. I need to get my dog to want to go outside. I actually don't know if she has been outside for a significant amount of time today. I think some of the other people in the house may have taken her for a bit while I've been up here, but I would not be surprised if once I'm done here she'll be like, alright, well, I guess we should go on a WALK right now. We'll just have to go. Dogs are very good though. I like puppies. I like dogs. So I'm trying to... I had a thought about dogs. I was like, oh, chat, if do you have a favorite breed of dog? If you do, go ahead and, like, I don't know, talk about it in chat if you want. My favorite dog is... my favorite breed of dog is probably, honestly, my dog, which is, Golden Retriever, half Goldie, half Lab. It's kind of a perfect mix of both. I'm not the owner. Our neighbor treats him bad. He comes to our house. They give him to me. He's angry when our neighbors come to our house. Ooh, okay, yeah. So it sounds like a lot of the issues probably stem from being in an abusive relationship with the owner, and then finding a place of safety, but being insecure that will be taken away. Yeah, I'm sorry that your dog had to go through that, and I'm sorry that you guys also had to go through that. It's always just stressful when bad things happen around you, even sometimes especially with dogs and stuff. So I'm sorry that that's been a rough time for you all. Hold on, that's what I wanted to do. There we are. Trying to think how many bones we need to get for the next stage of the build. I think I'm gonna have to grind out some bone blocks as we're going along. Let's see. Yep, I think positively about everything. That's good to hear. That's good to hear that you've got a good outlook on it. I mean, there's a lot of things that life can give and take away from you, but having a positive outlook is one of those ones that is just, something that you gotta do on your own. That's not something that anyone can really give to you. I had a teacher once upon a time give me one of the best pieces of advice that's kind of become like a bit of my life motto as I've gone along. This teacher told me that I should live deliberately, that it can be really easy in life to just let things pass you by, to just, kind of go with the flow and stuff, but honestly, things can be just so much better for you when you take action. Don't just, sit idly by, but instead live deliberately. Make active choices about your life, how things are going to go, how stuff is going to happen for you. And I think that having a positive outlook is definitely one of those things that you can have control over. It's like whenever like things are going wrong, you can deliberately choose to have a good outlook. And again, chat, that gets into the whole again, chat, remember, mental health is important and oftentimes out of our control. But it's okay to struggle, but it's also okay to just have a positive outlook and keep going with that. Here, I gotta drink some water because I gotta stay on top of my hydration. If you guys have water with you, go ahead and take a drink yourself. Chat, let's just stay hydrated together, Part of life, if you don't lose something, you don't know the price of things. Ooh. That's a fun thing. That's a fun way of looking at it. I don't think I've ever quite heard that one before. Yeah. If you never, it's kind of the same vein of if you never have any rainy days, you'll never know this. You'll never appreciate the sun. But I don't know. I think it's just a very unique take on it all. So that's pretty good. Yeah. Chat, if you've got any random life advice quotes, go ahead and give them to us. I love random life advice quotes. My favorite dog is German Shepherd. German Shepherds are so good. they can be scary for sure, but when they're properly like trained and socialized, they're just so sweet. Don't think about that. Oh, don't think about what? Wait, Dark Gamers, what am I not supposed to think about? Is it like if you think about this, I'll have to kill you kind of thing, or? Hey, Dark Dana, hello! Welcome! And, oh, we've got the Les make their return. Hello, we are grinding bones for a second. Yeah, hello, welcome. The life thing. Oh, okay, I'll just not think about the life thing. I'll just turn that right off, because I'm assuming that if I think about it, then I'll probably have to, like, I don't know, get taken off to a government facility or for something. That's sort of the vibe that I'm getting there. It's a, if you think about this, then we're gonna have to, like, come for you, if you know what I mean. We're gonna have to bring you downtown to the place. I don't want to go downtown. Why would I go downtown? I am upstairs. But yes, hello, Dragdana. Hello, welcome. Hope you're having a good day. Oh, I did the math, and I think I'm going to need 4,056 bones total. So we're not going to go for that completely today. Let's just go for enough to maybe get some more of the sides of the skull built up. Grinding bones for 2 hours. Bleh. Don't take it seriously. Okay, so it's not like I'm gonna get dragged away by the government thing. Okay, I get it. And we haven't been grinding bones for 2 hours. We've actually been building for most of the 2 hours. It's just now we're at the point where we need to grind bones. Originally, I was not intending on making the entire sculpture pretty much out of bone blocks. And then the suggestion was given to me that it would look better made out of bone blocks, and I tried it, and it definitely did look better made out of bone blocks. So now we gotta get some bones in here. I think probably a lot of the work I'm going to be doing, like, for getting the bones, I'm going to be doing off screen. Just gonna, like, sit for a second and let skeletons accumulate. But for now, let's just get enough bones to get a good start on the rest of the skull so we can get an idea of the dimensions and how that's all going to work. Probably going to do some work around, like, the base of it so we can, try to figure out a way to make it look like the skeleton's just, like, here to fight us all. I really, really want the skeleton to I want it to loom. I want everyone in the city to be like, well, and then the giant skeleton head showed up, and we're not sure when it's going to, just break out of there and eat us all, but theoretically it's gonna happen someday. Can you imagine, chat, just living, like, constantly like, well, and then, like, yesterday I lost a friend to the giant skeleton head. People keep saying someday it's going to escape confinement and then just consume the entire village, but, what can you do until then? We're just kind of doing our best for it. Because I think that is funny as heck. I think that's just the casual vibes of, like, well, giant skeleton head. It just showed up one day, set up shop. We didn't really have any, I don't know, we didn't see any reason to try to work against it. And then all of a sudden, people are disappearing every once in a while. But honestly, in this kind of place, what can you really expect? That's, I will admit to having a weakness to just, like, I know, the casual acceptance of crazy supernatural style events. Just, well, what you gonna do about it? That's rather unfortunate, but, well, you know what the old folks say, when the giant skeleton head shows up, it's time to start planting potatoes. Like the classic old, learning the seasons by watching the air, watching the seasons around you, learning when it's time to plant a certain crop by, if the trees have grown yet. That, except for it's a giant skeleton head. That's all. That's all I ask for in life, chat. It's just, oh yes, the giant skeleton head has shown up. Guess it's time for, I don't know, turnips or something. I think that would be really funny. The Farmer's Almanac, except it's just supernatural events. Like, well, the vampire flocks have come back in. So that means that the apples are probably ready to be picked. You know, old Gregory the other day said that he had some zombies pull themselves out of his field, so that means that it's probably about time to start rebuilding the fences. Look at these pictures after stream. Skeleton head. So, okay, so I don't allow links in chat. I do have a Discord that, if you want, you can join and then post pictures there. But you'll want to be really careful with, like, with links in chat, or Nightbot is going to get mad at you and probably time you out. So yeah, you'll want to be careful with that, Dark Gamers. But yeah. If you post the pictures on Discord, I will take a look after chat, but otherwise I don't allow them in chat. Okay, yeah. Yeah, sorry, it's just I just get a little paranoid about security stuff with that sometimes, because I'm like, oh, the internet is a scary place. Hello, single skeleton there. Hello. Chat, should I start turning all of my massive amounts of lava buckets into obsidian? Because I don't have like a good obsidian supply anywhere. And I've realized that could be an issue. That could be an issue for when I need to make ender chests and stuff. So what if we just what if we just take a second and we just turn this one square over here into obsidian over and over and over again? Let's just go for it. I think that sounds like a marvelous idea. And then I'm going to take the marvelous idea a step further and completely destroy the area. I'm going to take my marvelous idea a step further and make a 4 pool, so that way I can deal with 4 obsidian at once. Chat, this is what we call a big brain move. This is in fact what we call the stonks. Actually, we're Chat, can you believe that I had the brilliant idea of making a pool of lava? No one has ever had this idea before. This is so crazy. I can't believe that no one's done this. Oh my gosh, chat, would you look at this? Chat, look, it's clearly an original idea. Wow. Oh, rip to that torch. But wow, what an original thought to have, to make obsidian. I cannot believe that no one has ever done this before. Oof. Yeah, how are you guys doing? We'll go ahead and leave the spawner in just a sec. I just want to get a few more bones and then we'll head out. But until then, we're probably gonna take a second and face some lava, get some obsidian. Cause I realize I keep using the lame lava obsidian, the ones that. For context, a couple weeks ago, I snatched some lava pools that. Okay, it's a long story. Someone that I know died in Minecraft of lava, and I got angry and decided to punish all lava by turning one singular lava pool into obsidian, and then collecting it and just calling it names. And I keep using it for things, and I don't want to use it for things because it deserves to suffer. So instead, I will simply collect new obsidian that does not deserve to suffer, that I can in fact have a calm conversation with. I think I can say wakes up, I need to go. A nice chat with you, nice. Oh, thanks. Oh, thank you. I'm glad to hear that. And hope to see you again sometime, but it's been lovely meeting you, lovely chatting with you. So yeah. Bye, Dark Gamers. Have a good night. Thanks for sticking around and chatting. It's been lovely. Yep. See you. Bye, Dark Gamers. Bye. Bye, friend. Have an excellent day. Whoop. There we go. Bye. Yeah, bye. Hope you have a good sleep and a good day tomorrow. So farewell. Bye. Good luck. Good luck in all your endeavors. I hope that's well for you. I'm gonna join you next stream. Oh, thanks. that would be tomorrow. Actually, I start streaming at 1 p.m. Eastern time, and it's okay if you can't. That's if you do end up making it, that's great. I would love to have you if you, because I know that like there's lots of stuff happening at 1 Eastern. I don't know what I was saying. I hope to see you again. It's been lovely meeting you. Have a nice day. I'll be here tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, so I hope you have a good evening. Good night. I've got skeletons to fight here. How many bones we've got? Almost enough for a stack of bone blocks. Okay, chat, we'll get a stack of bone blocks and then we'll head right out. Oh, chat, can you tell that I'm the most awkward person about self-promotion? People are like, I'm gonna do a thing, and I'm like, oh wow, that's so cool, only if you want to. Put lots of conditionals on it. Chat, I think I'm just too nice, probably. I think I'm probably just too much of a sweetheart. Yeah, stack of bone blocks. I'm gonna need, like, a whole ton of those, actually. Yeah. Chat, what can I say? I'm just a little absolute sweetheart. We just do a little bit of caring too much about the people around us. Is it daytime outside? I gotta go check. It looks like it might be just around morning time. Let's go see. I thought I was hearing rain for some reason. I was like, what was that rain noise? No, I think it's just, I think that's just my computer. Boop, boop, boop. Do you guys ever mistake your computer for rain noise? If you do, you may be entitled for compensation. Call. No. I'm gonna go fight these skeletons. Hello, I would like your bones, please. Thank you. I would like your bones, too. May I have your bones, please? Oh, thank you very much. Chat, oh, it's so nice when people just give you their bones for no extra cost sometimes. I am on fire. Hello, would you like to give me your bones for no extra fee or cost? It will be a great contribution to science. Many thanks. Okay, well, I do need gunpowder. So that's pretty good. And of course there's no gunpowder, that's fine. Whee! Just, chat, I'm gonna run around here a little bit. Just gonna try and see if there's any extra things to collect around here. And then we're gonna head back to New Stonk City and take a look at whatever's going on. Why is there no extra materials? Did they really were those the only skeletons around? Wow, chat, I can't believe I encountered the only skeletons to ever exist ever. Isn't that so crazy that skeletons have never existed before? Oh my gosh, I am kind of beat up. Okay. Please let me open my elytra, please. I'm pretty sure this is my home. Oh, chat. Okay, before those mountains showed up, I was so worried for a second that, I was so very worried that I had accidentally gotten myself lost and was heading in the entirely wrong direction, but no, we're fine. We're okay, it's alright. We're okay. I think my chat just reloaded. That's alright. Hold on. No! Hold on, I want to land on it. Oh, chat, this is dangerous. This thing is just floating up in the air. It's got no support on it. This could fall at like any moment. If I like jump too hard, this whole thing is coming down. Why would Minecraft create this thing? Whee! Oh. Oh, hello, skeleton face. Hello. Hi, friend. Hi there. It's just standing there menacingly. Okay. Well, at any rate, let's go ahead and put these bones to use. I think we're gonna do a little bit on both sides, just because what I mean, or no, we'll probably actually mostly stay on this side because this side shouldn't be too visible from the village, and what I want to get is a good view of like what this whole thing is gonna look like from the village. Whee! I definitely messed that up. Probably just should have fallen, but hashtag just falling things. Bless. Ooh, so chat, I was chatting with some people about the Tales of Prydain, which I know is that's a random topic to switch to, but we were talking about the Tales of Prydain. I just want to reiterate. I don't know if I've said this enough. How cool of a series it is, because it turns out that the author of it is just some guy from Pennsylvania. Like, the entire thing feels like it was written by some like traditional Welsh sort of writer, but no, it's just some guy from Pennsylvania, and that's so cool. Like, imagine just being some guy from Pennsylvania, and then all of a sudden you're writing this crazy Welsh feeling book that feels just like the coolest thing. Like, I don't know. That was my main thought on that. That's mostly what I wanted to say there. Okay, yeah. So we've got big giant skull staring out at us here. That's pretty good. I think what we're gonna want to do, chat, is clear a little bit of the mountainside around there, and then add in like a neck or something, maybe a hand, something to look like this thing is like staring out over us, intent on attacking the village. So I'm definitely gonna go through today, like after we're done, and just grind a whole bunch of bones. But for the moment, I want to put some jack-o'-lanterns on top of the tenements. Which feels like a non sequitur, but I mean, I don't know, you ever just want to put some jack-o'-lanterns on some buildings? I personally kind of always want to put jack-o'-lanterns on buildings. It's a weakness of mine. Chat, you know what would be so cool? If I could get bats to want to hang around the village. If I could just look at the bats and say, hey, would you like to come live in my village for the month? And then if they did do that, I think that'd be so cool. Please tell me. Oh, that's not the direction I want them to go. Okay, there we are. Let's just get some on the corners for now and see how we like that. It's an even number across, so that means that we're not going to be able to get a solid middle point. That's alright. Let's just come over here. Whoop. Okay, there we are. And let's try over here. Whoop. I'll just put these down, then we'll take a look from the bottom and see if we like it. And if we don't like it, then we'll change it. My voice is not very happy with me this morning. Due to the whole dog not wanting to go outside thing, I had less time to do vocal warm-ups than I normally do. And my voice has definitely informed me of that fact. Here, I'm gonna drink some liquid. Here, I want to check on the music real quick. I've just kind of been letting it do its thing, but I want to make sure that it's doing alright with that. Okay. What's the vibe? Oh no, that's alright. Oh, there's light rain ambience on the song. That's why I've been hearing rain. I was wondering about that. I was confused. But that's okay. It can have light rain ambience if it wants. Chat, do you want to hear my next big plan with being a robber baron? Oh, I want to move those. I want them to actually be on like the top corner, not on the bottom corner. So my next big... Okay, I don't know if this is like my next big plan. But I think it'd be so cool to build an emerald block. As in like a 64 by 64 of emerald blocks. And I know that that is absolutely insane. I know that that is pretty ambitious. But chat, just how cool would it be? How cool would it be to have the emerald block? Wouldn't that just showcase my riches as a robber baron and just demonstrate how important it is to be very wealthy, clearly? It's about the wealth, chat. It is about the accumulation of wealth unethically. Remember, chat, things I say about the robber baron character are roleplay and do not indicate my real personal opinions. Would you mind just not doing this? Would you mind, going on the inside? Would that be alright? I don't want to push this guy. I don't want to try and shove him in because that is a precarious situation. But at the same time, that's the place where I need to place the pumpkin. Maybe if I... You better not fall, mister. You better not fall down. Okay, well, hopefully that's chill. Hopefully that's alright. Yeah. That's just alright. Oh my gosh, did the guy fall off or did he go in? Excuse me, did you just fall off? No, that's a toolsmith. Wait, hold on just a sec. My voice is not happy with me. Okay, this guy's a toolsmith and the guy that was up top was a weaponsmith. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that we did not just witness a tragic you know, a falling, as it were. Hopefully that's fine. We're not gonna worry about it too much. Ooh, let's go in Cultist Alley. Chat, I wanna... Not you. I would think that I want to put the Wither Skull head there. I know that we've only got the one Wither Skull head because the RNG hates me. But I want to put it there. Oh, chat, sometime I need to make a Wither spawner, a Wither skeleton farm location. I know that'd be a huge deal, like taking down an fortress and stuff. But listen, hear me out. Putting skeleton heads all around the ground out here. Not even, it's not even about the, like, you know, fear value of having a wither skeleton, of having lots of wither skeleton skulls. Chat, no. This is purely about being able to decorate this entire area with skulls. Alright, let's just, okay, Cultist Alley. Let's just get a nice little... Oh, chat. Okay, ready? Chat, let's roleplay this. Let's roleplay this a little bit. Hello, officer. It's a lovely evening for a stroll throughout New Stunk City. This beautiful city of industrialism. Oh, that door is open. I should go fix that for some reason. Oh my gosh, what is down this mysterious alleyway? Surely it can't be anything too bad considering how nice and open-looking New Stunk City is from the outside. Oh my gosh, what is that? Oh, the humanity. Oh, it's so terrible. This place is filled with corruption and tyranny. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that New Stunk City, this shining paragon of freedom and markets and stuff, is actually a location where there is a cultist alleyway. Chat, this is terrible. Oh no, there's a skeleton head on the mountain. And scene. And that's pretty much how I imagine it going. That's kind of how I see the whole thing happening. I see no other option but that. That's how it's gonna go. I have lots of bones here. Hello. Hello there. Let's maybe just, maybe let's just work with this a little bit. Oh, that is kind of legitimately how I imagine it going. Just, the whole, oh my gosh, the new Stunk City. I thought it was this great area for business and trade and all things, but turns out it's got a dark underground to it. Whoever could have foreseen this outcome? And the answer is probably all of us. We probably all foresaw this outcome, but this mythical guy that we were role-playing as just now clearly has never heard of this. What I want to do now is, it won't be for a while, but get on towards nighttime and then take another stroll around the city. Just see the sights, see the things, see the, the giant skeleton head, but also just the way that the candles interact with the lighting. Here, let's just, I didn't intend to do that first one, but I mean, I'll place something there eventually, so it's not like it's, you know, too big of a deal. Whee! Yo, Race Kitty! Hey there! How's our favorite, cat race ball hybrid? Is that what your, what your persona is? I've never quite been sure, but I just know... Oh, that was perfect. I just know that I've heard, like, cat and I've heard race ball, and that's pretty much all I know. Oh, chat's starting to come together. Look at that. Okay, so it looks like I probably am going to need to do at least some of a bottom layer there to give the illusion of the skeleton. But the head, that is certainly a giant skeleton head looming over us all. You'll love to see it. You really do. I was in the middle of an ad. What? Oh, how's our favorite cat race ball hybrid going? How are things feeling for you, you crazy cat hybrid person? Are you are you a cat and a race ball, or I just know that you are Race Kitty and I call you Race most of the time, but I'm not sure if you're actually like Race, if you know what I mean. I'm also part human. Oh, so we've got like a three-way sort of hybridization there. That's chill, that's chill. Part human, part cat, part race ball. Really, really a revolutionary concept, as it were. Where's my rotten flesh? And my leather. I'm taking a very quick trip out over to Bread City. Just for some trades and stuff, turning some of these pumpkin seeds into bone meal. Whee! Oh, there's a tiny little cave that I explored. Yeah! Let's maybe start over at the composter, and then we'll go for some trades. But yeah, no, someday if I ever get rich enough to make an entire you know, an entire thing of emerald blocks, I certainly will be. I mean, the rice ball in my jeans is very scarce. Oh, what are even the physics of that? You're just kind of rice ball, I guess. That's just sort of how it goes for you. Just the littlest bit. Because I'm going to be honest, whenever we talk about this, I just imagine like a cat wrapped up in rice. And I'm not sure if that's what you're seeing, but that's certainly what I'm seeing. Whoop. Just very small. Aww. So little. So very tiny. Chat, is it worth spending all of the emeralds I just made on these bottles of enchanting? Is it worth it? Oh, I have a problem. I have a problem, chat, and that is me and bottles of enchanting. I just want to have them. So chat, okay, so my goal with bottles of enchanting. No, it's not worth it. Awkward story. Really, really awkward story about that cyborg. Where have I been keeping them? There they are. I kind of imagine myself as bird, cat, human, sometimes I'm just a cat sometimes. Oh, that's alright then. That's chill. That's, yeah, that's pretty alright. But, I just, what was the thoughts there? Side, listen, I'm well aware that I am addicted to having things, and bottles of enchanting are just one of those things. I just want to have like an entire double chest filled with bottles of enchanting, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with wanting that crazy amount of resources. I think that that is perfectly okay, and you should probably support me in that. Come on, cyborg. Get with a picture, man. Listen, I just have a problem. Oh. Sometimes you just want to have massive amounts of resources. Sometimes you want lots of things. And look at that. Look, I have 43 bottles of enchanting. Do you have 43 bottles of enchanting? Bottles of enchanting are definitely things. Exactly. So, with my desire to have things, it's perfectly normal that bottles of enchanting is one of those things that I want. Okay, let's, it's getting a bit late in the day, so I'm probably gonna need to head back to New Stonks eventually. But I do want to pick up some bone meal from here. Just 40, because, you know, composters are not the greatest way to get bone meal in the world. But, you know, that is enough to do something. Chat, sometimes you just gotta collect the things. You just gotta, there are things, and I want to have them. I know that that's an overshoot. I'm well aware that that's an overshoot, but I'm actually shooting to land on City Hall so that I can put pumpkins on it. See, chat? I had my reasoning. You didn't need to question me on it. Ha ha ha. Huh? That would be silly to question me on my reasoning there. Yep. Anyways, look at these jack-o'-lanterns. That is some spirit Halloween kind of stuff right there. Oh, chat, I saw a meme yesterday. That was, gosh, what building was it? It was a building in, like, it was like, now, it was in Star Wars, and it was now that we're, now that the, like, Jedi are gone from the Jedi Temple, what should we do with the building? And it's like, I don't know, like, rent it out or something. And then it just becomes a spirit Halloween. It's just like, ah, yes, this place that once was, you know, the place where the you know, the Jedi lived, it's now a spirit Halloween. I just think that's really funny. Such is the nature of any large enough building, chat, that eventually it will become a spirit Halloween. It is a well agreed upon thing. Oh, what's the opening to Pride and Prejudice? It's like, it's common knowledge that a large building that lacks a purpose will eventually become a spirit Halloween. Ooh, look at the purple candles. The purple candles are really pretty. I need to get more of them. Just look at them. That's gorgeous. They're so pretty. I wish for more candles, chat. But not in a way that makes the monkey's paw curl. Just a general, normal, no strings attached wishing for more purple candles. As in, I want more of them, not as in, please give more of them to me, universe. I think I'm trying to justify this too hard. The universe might try to give me candles in a monkey's paw way now. Well, chat, I will let you know if I've somehow been cursed with purple candles. But for the moment, I'm going to leave the subject there, because I'm worried if I keep talking about it, it's more likely to happen. I need to light these too. I need to get flint and steel. But it's just so spooky. Just jack-o'-lanterns literally everywhere. What can I say, chat? It's bottles of enchanting are not bottles of enchanting. I was looking at chat. Jack-o'-lanterns are very spooky. Alright, let's go fight some lads. I got knocked off by the skeleton. Thought that creeper was gonna move. You are certainly a lad that can be fought. Man, chat, I sure do love meeting lads who can be fought. They're certainly fightable. Okay, we're out looking for bones, because I'm at a point, chat, where any bones will help with anything. Just me being like, hello, are there any extra bones around here? I need some bones because I'm looking for some for my grandson. For my grandson's birthday party, he asked for bones, and I haven't been able to supply them for him. So if you, kind stranger, would like to provide me with some bones, I would certainly not be opposed to that. Just, you know, like an old Victorian grandma trying to make a good surprise for my grandson's 10th birthday party. But then it'll end up not working, and then he'll have to end up going on a journey to realize that it turns out that the family that he's got is the one that he needed all along. Hey there. Chat, I think that we should name the giant skeleton head. Because, you know, all of today, throughout all of our times of, you know, building the giant skeleton head and working with the giant skeleton head, bones. We have yet to name the giant skeleton head. It has yet to have a name to give it any meaning. So chat, what should we name the giant skeleton head? Do you know? Joe? Oh my gosh. Cyborg, I don't know Joe. Oh my gosh, who's Joe? Who's Joe, Cyborg? That this is information that I've never heard this. Oh my gosh, who could Joe be? Yep, Joe Mama. There it is. There it is. Oh, is that an actual suggestion? Are we actually going to be naming the giant skeleton head Joe? Is the giant skeleton head going to become Joe? I would be honest, chat. Yes, that would be extremely funny. But I'm not sure I could handle that. Here, I'm gonna drink some water because gotta stay hydrated. If you've got some water at home, go ahead and drink yours too. And when people ask, okay, what are people gonna ask? Give it to me, Rice Kitty. What are they gonna ask? What's our line gonna be? Are we really naming this skeleton Joe? After Joe Mama? Is that gonna be the full name? Is the full name Joe Mama? It's just, you know, and then you've got the giant skeleton head up there, Joe Mama. Oh, all the time and work and effort I start to put towards making a giant skeleton head, and we're gonna give it a meme name. Honestly, chat, I should have expected it. When they ask what is with the giant skelly head, and you say its name is Joe. Oh, and then I say the skeleton's head's name is Joe, and then they're like, what? And I say, Joe Mama. But okay, so chat, if we're naming the skeleton, if we're legitimately naming this skeleton head Joe, the full name is going to be Joe Mama. Joe Mama's so old, they're a giant skeleton head on the mountain. Joe Mama's, I don't like making, Yo Mama jokes, but, Joe Mama's so straight, she's literally a giant skeleton head on the mountain. Okay, alright, well, now that we've gotten a name, now that we've gotten a name officially, I guess we gotta make it really official now. We can't just let the world go on living the way it has without knowledge of what's been going on. Let's just... Oh, chat, I can't believe I can't believe we're doing this today. Oh, I should not be surprised. Just, your mom is so old. There's a giant skeleton head on the mountain. Oh, that should not be funny in any way, shape, or form. That... Joe, mama. Actually, hold on. Let's give it a, Joe Mama. Joe Mama, oh, what should go on this line? Joe Mama, giant skeleton. And then chat. And then where the trick comes in. So we go around back. We go around to the side that people theoretically aren't going to see that much. So old. Very giant skeleton head on the mountain. I'm surprised that worked. Chat. Why does that all fit on a sign? I don't understand, but yep. That fits on a sign. Your mom is so old, there's a giant skeleton head on the mountain. Woo! Welcome to Wednesday. Let's just... Wow, I can't believe Joe Mom is a giant skeleton head on the mountain. Oh, I'm gonna make it worse. I'm gonna make it worse. I'm just absolutely gonna make it worse. Woo! Here we go. Okay, ready? Ready? And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. I don't like that sound. I actually hate that sound with a burning, violent, fiery passion, but that's chill, that's alright. Yep, that's fine. Joe Mom is double-sided right now, because Joe Mom is double-sided due to, you know, the nature of Minecraft, so Joe Mom is just watching us, always. Joe Mama just sees everything. Joe Mama sees all. Joe Mama sees everything. Here, Sean, I want to do some quick math. So, okay. So 16 by 16 by 16. Hold on, I'm pulling out a calculator for this. So 16 times 16 times 16 minus 14 times 14 times 14. So 1352. So 1352 bone blocks is what we're working with. So that's going to be many stacks of bone blocks. Let's divide that by 64 really quick. 21 stacks of bone blocks. All right. So that's not too terrible. Multiply that by 64 again. But now we got to figure out how much bone meal we need for it. So that number of bone blocks times 9, 12,168. Now we got to divide that by 3 because 3 bone meal per bone. We need 40,056 bones total, theoretically. Except, chat, we're gonna probably spend our last minutes today doing some math with Quimby moments. Except we've got 8, 16, 24, 48 blocks that are not made out of bone blocks. So 48, hold on. Let's get back to the number of bone blocks. So that'll be times 3 divided by 9. Okay, so 1352, right? 1352. Maybe I should... Do I have enough for more signs? Okay, I kind of want to make more signs to be able to keep track of this for you guys. Okay. Alright. In that hand, please. Okay, so chat. Let's do some math. So we've got 1352 bone blocks, theoretically total. To make a 16 by 16 empty cube, 1352 bone blocks. So, but we've got 48 that don't need to be bone blocks, so that automatically takes us down to 1304. So, you know, that's not a considerable amount less thus far, but we're doing all right. But then we have to figure out what we've already got. So this is 16 by 16, but we have to subtract 48 from this because, actually, no, we don't need to subtract 48. No, we do need to subtract 48 because we need to figure out how many bone blocks we've already used on this side. So we've already used 208 bone blocks on this side. This side will be a little bit harder to calculate because, you know, it's not complete, obviously, but we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 16. Hold on, wait, I need, 208. That's the number that we've already got from the front side. Then 128, from here, plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So, okay. That's 140 from this side. So, and then 15 from this side. So that'll bring us to 155 plus, oh, this side's gonna mess with me. Plus 14 plus 2. We've already used 171 plus 208. Oh, chat, the math. The math is, it's certainly intense. Okay, we're just gonna sleep really quick. Okay, so 171 plus 208 is 37. Wait, hold on. Wait, chat, I just had thoughts. We've gone wrong in our math somewhere. I think. Because if 1304... Wait, no, is that actually an accurate number? I was thinking like 1352 is probably way too high because if we only use 208 for the front side. But that's subtracting 48. Chat, the math. This is the math is where it comes in. So if it's 208 per side and there are 6 sides, but there are still corners, okay, yeah, actually that might end up being around 1352 and then 1304 with the concrete sections. So we've already done 379 bone blocks, chat. That minus 1304, only 925 left to go. So, that's, I know it was a lot of math to come to just that conclusion. But all I'm saying is we've kind of got a good start on this. Like, obviously it's not, obviously there's a way to go and a lot to do to complete it. But let's do the math to figure out how many bones that is. So 925 times 9 divided by 3, 2,775. That's the amount of bones we need. And that's not too terrible. That's something that I can easily take care of myself off screen. Chat, welcome to Maths with Quimby. You thought you were here for Minecraft? Nope, surprise, it's actually math class. Wait, I promise it's not actually math class. Please don't think it's a trick. Chat, can you imagine? Sorry, just on that line of thought, imagine a math teacher being like, well, I need to find a way to connect with my students and get them to want to come to class. But kids don't like math these days, and they don't like coming to math class. What can I do to get kids to want to learn math? Like math? Oh, Rice Kitty, I'm sorry. I'm so very sorry. But just teachers like, what can I do to get children to like math in this day and age? I know, kids like Minecraft. I will start doing Minecraft, and then the kids will like math. This is going to be a spider web someday, but for now it just kind of looks really weird. Here, maybe I'll leave some scaffolding there so it's clear it's under construction. But chat, can you just imagine? I'm gonna become a Minecraft streamer so that my students will want to engage with math. It was an infiltration. I've been a plant this entire time. People thought that they were here for Minecraft, but it's actually been math the entire way. Here, let's just oh my gosh, chat, would you look at that? It's under construction. There's scaffolding everywhere. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe that that this area is still under construction, which you can tell because there's a lot of construction happening. Uh-huh. Yep. Hold on. Whee! Ah! It didn't work. Oh, let's try this one more time. Okay. Let's try a bit of a better angle. It wasn't great, but we made it on top now. We made it, chat, and that's the important thing. Okay, but ready? Wow, look! Construction! Look at that! We don't need to be worried about the giant string of web going along the bottom there. Because it's under construction! Okay, I need to go for more cobwebs. Chat, should we do that right now? Should we go find more cobwebs to make my house look less like it's just got a weird thing on it? Because I really promised that that's a spider web. It may not look like a spider web, but it's for sure a spider web. Excuse me. Let's go ahead and just bop some things in. And shears. Chat, let's go find some cobwebs. Let's descend mines. I've got some spider spawners nearby that I should be able to plunder, but it's a matter of finding them in the first case. Oh, hold on, gotta mess with music real quick. Let's go for yeah, that'll work. Alright. Let's find ourselves some cobwebs. We're going with autumn vibes because I'm feeling in an autumn mood. Oh, wait, where's my chef's over here. I almost went the wrong way. Hello. I can't believe I've missed that one. And wow, okay, there's lots of cobwebs that I've missed. That's serendipitous. Okay. Okay, that's chill. I know that lava's not gonna flow, but oh, can you imagine if it did? Why have I blocked this area off? I don't care about that. That's why I blocked this area off. That's why I blocked this area off. Oh no, chat. A spider spawner? Whatever will I do with a spider spawner? Oh, this is a terrible day. I'm getting rid of it. I don't need it. Listen, chat, spider spawners are terrible. And I really just need the webs. I don't need string, I need webs. Yeah, why did I block this area off? Spider spawner, hello. I would like to introduce myself. Okay, I'm gonna need many of these puppies. Lava, why are you here? Excuse me, Lava, have you considered not being here? I'm sure there's plenty of other locations for you to go be terrible in. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like lava, just not this much. Can I... need to get a wee bit closer. I don't want to waste a single web, chat. Do you know how precious this stuff is? Oh gosh, it reminds me of, if you've ever seen the movie Better Off Dead, which is hilarious. A hilarious film. There's just a moment when they're on top of like this mountain, and this guy's friend, and the guy's considering going down this impossible ski slope, and his friend's just like, dude, this mountain's covered in pure snow. Do you know the street value of this place? I don't know what it was about that got me so heavily, but just, dude, do you know the street value of this place? It's covered with snow. Excuse me. Just go find a random block in the wall like, hello, I would like to purchase your services. But okay. Let's see if we can. Yeah, that's it. Nice and clean right there. Up. This is a lot of web though. Okay, I was wondering if there was going to be 2 spider spawners, but no, it's just, it cuts off here. Does the mine shaft continue this way? Or is it just tunnels? Oh, weird. Hello? Oh, there's a bat! Chad, there's a bat down here. I'm going to assume that there's been some Endermen around the place, but, that's interesting. Pardon me, excuse me, pardon me. Thank you very much, thank you. No, I really appreciate it, thank you. Alright, so there is 1 spider spawner. That looks like regular cave. Regular cave does not have cobwebs in it as often, so we're going to continue down the mine shaft. Do I recognize this place? I'll try. I promise I've explored this area. It's just so much of the mine shaft looks exactly like itself. Oh, hello. How many do I have? A little over a stack. It takes a little over a stack for 1 branch of the web, and I'm gonna have 6 branches of web with interconnecting cobwebs between them. I think we need to go for more. That's where we just were. Quimby don't get lost challenge. Well, there are cobwebs here. I know there are spider spawners because I encountered like 3 of them the other day when I went looking for something. But where are they? Torches to the right here. That means we are descending. That's good. That's a minecart for some reason. Okay, well, chat, here's the deal. We're gonna keep going further down into the mine shaft and hope that that means that we're going to encounter something. I do think it's funny, the amount of cobwebs I'm encountering now. When, I don't know who remembers the Madam Piggington origin story, but I went looking for cobwebs to try to trade string to one of the villagers who was my friend in the story, and I couldn't find anything. I was running up and down this place like, it's a mine shaft, there's gotta be string somewhere. And there just kind of wasn't. It was just emptiness and me being like, oh, well, let's go down another pathway. I was just here, wasn't I? Quimby don't get lost challenge. I am failing. I am failing very, very much. Okay, let's go. Let's go this way. It ends this way. Let's go this way. This is a cave. Not what we're looking for. Okay, well, okay. I've officially failed the Don't Get Lost challenge. Let's see if we can find a different branch of this area to run down. Whoop! This looks promising to be a direction that I can travel to another place that I've been. Let's run this way. Yes, cobwebs. cobwebs. I know there are spider spawners somewhere. I encountered a whole bunch of them. What was I looking for when I encountered a bunch of them? That might help. If I knew what I was looking for, then I could maybe triangulate my position. What do I even use mine shafts for these days? Was it iron or coal or something? No, because I think I handled that when I went for a brief little mining excursion a few days ago. Ooh, this looks promising. I was here earlier. Why do I have no sense of direction? Why do I have absolutely no clue where I'm headed at any time? Well, at the very least, this seems to be a new area. Chat, remember, if there's cobwebs, it's probably a new area. Then... oh, is this the end of that? What if we make our way back to the beginning of this section? Because I think I went down an area I don't usually go down. And that may be the issue that we're encountering. Is that it's just a smaller location, like, just no fault of my own, like an area that I just haven't really been in because there's not a lot here. I'm pretty sure I was here. I got, for a second I was like, oh, is it a new spot to be in? And then, no. Yes, it was a different spot than I usually go down. That would explain why I wasn't finding a lot. Okay, so we went down this way. There's a spider spawner through here. But I'm seeing some cobwebs down there. Hello, I would like to, I'd like to get through, please. Pardon me. Cobwebs, that's... Thanks, random cobwebs in the air. I appreciate the hard work you do. Ooh, is this an unexplored section of the mineshaft? Here, hold on. Let's just make our way over there. Excuse me? I've got a rock above my head. Hello. Hello there. How we doing? How we feeling? With that big ol' area out there. I assume there's been some Endermen around. That feels like an Enderman move to just, I don't know, leave dirt around. I mean, call me out if I'm wrong, but, seems like an Enderman move. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we've got a bit of a thing going on here. That's interesting. Alright, I need blocks. Let's use some of these blocks. These are good blocks to use. Hold on, I lost one of the blocks. Let's just do a little... yeah, that'll work for it. Chat, I kind of feel like... okay, so this is dramatic music. Probably a little too dramatic for what we're doing. But it's kind of giving me Sophie exploring Howl's little cave vibes. If you've ever seen Howl's Moving Castle, you know, when I'm pretty sure it's a dream sequence. I've heard some conflicting reports, but I'm pretty sure it's a dream sequence. When she's, you know, like, going to find Howl and her, and she's, like, going down that cool pathway thing with all of the, like, toys and trinkets and stuff around there. And she's like, Howl! I need to help you. Kind of feels like that a little bit. Okay, I know there's many things in this mineshaft. I know there was a location where I like blocked off 2 whole spawner areas that were right next to each other, in fact. But I can't for the life of me remember where they've gone. At the very least, we seem to be on track for finding areas that the cobwebs haven't been harvested yet. This enderfriend has a cactus. Oh, and this enderfriend has gravel. You're kind of in the middle of my cobweb. Excuse me, if I could scoot you out of there. Excuse me. That was a close one. I was worried we'd have to fight Enderfriend there, but don't worry, all is well. Enderfriend need not be fought today. Yeah, okay, where was it? It was an area, there's like 2 whole spawners that connected to one spot that got blocked off. Where was that? Was that in the other mine shaft? Chat, that could be in the mine shaft that we've found over by the railroad to Paper Plains. Okay. So maybe we're going to need to go a bit further afield to find some things. Because I was like, I know there was an area I was exploring the other day. And I think I went down there to try to look for, like, diamonds or something. Oh, hello. Oh, I just went out there. Wait. I'm hearing noises. Noises are promising. I'm hearing some sounds. It sounds like things are happening. Hello? Oh, pardon me. Is there things happening over here? Hello, pardon. This is the People United for Finding Cobwebs. We've been looking for lots of cobwebs, and we know you've donated cobwebs before. We were just wondering if you would be willing to donate cobwebs again. We are aware that donating cobwebs is often a tricky decision, and is not to be taken lightly. But please, if you have any cobwebs to spare, our cobweb production and donations have been suffering recently, and we just need lots of help with cobwebs. Do you ever get calls from the Red Cross? Being like, hello, we know that you've given blood before, would you mind giving blood now? Like, right now? And, I mean, giving blood is a noble job. It, like, people need so much blood for things in hospitals and stuff. Underground potatoes. But at the same time, I don't know, it just feels creepy. It just feels creepy that they're like, hello, please give blood. You know that blood that you got floating in your veins right now? What if you just gave it to us? You know? Doesn't that sound nice? Just giving your blood to us? I always used to, whenever, like, my family would get calls from the Red Cross, I'd always be like, oh, the vampires are calling again. That's nice. Is this where I was digging out, stone? I think it is, because I needed stone for, like, my house or something. Oh, what a flashback. What a crazy day. Sometimes you just gotta go down the nostalgia. And by nostalgia I mean, like, I don't know, literally anything. Have I been here before? This feels like I've been here before. Okay, I think I've been here before. Oh, what? Oh, we've gone a bit over on the time anyways. We should probably get to the surface and end stream, because as cool, fun, fresh as it is to look for cobwebs, I do need to be doing some things. So we'll go ahead and get to the surface, and then I think that'll be it for the day. Okay. Please don't fail me now. Torches on the left maneuver. Hot take, where am I? Hot take, let's just follow this back. That seems like a much easier way to figure it out. Oh, yeah, okay, we're quite a ways out. Here, let's just, yep. Yep, that's chill, that's fine. That's alright. Just gonna keep going with that. Don't worry about it. Okay, so next time we need cobwebs, I think we're gonna go to the mine shaft over by Paper Plains, because I don't think I've harvested that spot for cobwebs ever. So So we will go look for it. I very foolishly have harvested like this mineshaft looking for cobwebs before. But I was a very, very foolish fool for not understanding that the cobwebs themselves were the most valuable commodity. Chat, I destroyed that which I should not have in the pursuit of riches, and now I'm paying the price for it. Let this be a lesson to you. Always cook your potatoes fully before eating them. Well, at the very least we've got like 2 stacks. Let's go ahead and bop the armor off, switch into F5, and pull out a farewell. We've got Joe looking at us, so that's fun. Yeah, so thanks for coming today, everyone. I hope you had a lovely time. I liked being able to chat with people and have fun with that. So, yeah. I hope you have a good day, whatever time of day it is for you. I hope it goes well. I hope you enjoy yourself. And yeah, bye guys, bye. Oh, we've got enough people that I'd like to do a raid. If anyone has any suggestions for people to raid, I'm very open to them. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna go ahead and send you all to the otters. Who's Joe? Joe Mama! The giant skeleton head behind me. Oh my gosh, you've never met Joe? That's so crazy. Yeah, if anyone's got a raid suggestion, I would love to hear it. But otherwise, I'm probably just gonna send you guys to look at some otters, because otters are pretty rad. Pretty rad, pretty cool, pretty funky. Let's just open hand. Yeah, so bye guys. You like the otters? Okay, I will send you to the otters. Have a good day. See you next time. We'll go ahead and raid the otters and call things here. I hope to see you tomorrow. I stream Monday through Saturday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah. See you later. Rescue. I'm not sure if they're live or not, actually. I will assume that they are. But, okay. Bye, guys. Yep. Okay. See you. Have a good time. Okay, bye.